What's up, boxing fans? How y'all doing out there today, man? It's your boy Easy Work Boxing about to hit you everywhere but under your feet with this one. Please hit the like button. It don't cost you nothing. Hit that like button, y'all. We going in today. We got a lot to talk about with the sport of boxing. And we know got a little news to keep it a little hot. To make it a little hot. But we gonna talk about boxing, upcoming fights, and more. Come on the channel. You can come up here, call. The number is up. Link is up. Let's go in. Now, y'all see the topic, the main topic I was talking about was Claressa Shields, 50 Cent, Papoose. I made a video about that too, a short about it. I know a lot of people upset because a lot of people don't understand this world. You could probably thinking I'm a hater. I'm not a hater. I'm just somebody who bring you the real. You know what I'm saying? You can take it up how you want to. But in this situation, 50 Cent comes out and he makes a video where an old clip of a movie where a guy is, basically telling a chick, hey, I use you, you're ugly, I don't want you, I don't need you, I don't want to be with you. And, he sent it up, put it up on, I guess Instagram or something like that, Papoose said, and he upset about it. Because, a lot of people out there saying that, he's using Claressa Shields for money and, he's in a situation since he's leaving Remy Ma, so this is his only way out by dating, Claressa Shields, and they clapping back at it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about this boxing, upcoming fights. We got Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez coming up. We got Keyshawn Davis versus Jermaine Ortiz. We got who else fighting? Also, they ain't mentioning this, y'all. Raymond Mortala and Andy Cruz is fighting January the 24th. I don't know why they ain't posting this or saying nothing about it, but they need to be talking about this. Raymond Mortala and Andy Cruz is fighting on January the 24th. I'm going with Andy Cruz all the way. I think Andy Cruz gonna be something to deal with at 135. I think a lot of dudes gonna run from 135 when Andy Cruz step up there. When he get that title, we gonna see who the real guys are there. We got Tank at 135. Mister don't want to fight nobody. I know he ain't gonna run up on Andy Cruz. Raymond Mortala didn't want to run up on Andy Cruz. Keyshawn ran from 135 because of Andy Cruz. Who we got left yet there? Tank, Shakur if he come back, Abdullah Mason, uh, Floyd Schofield. I'm talking about big name fighters at 135. We got Gary Russell Jr. at 135 now, which somebody needs to step up to the plate and shut Gary Russell up. I used to be a fan of Gary Russell Jr., but Gary Russell Jr. He come across as real femaleish the way he talk now. I used to have respect for him. A man that grew up with a father. He come across as a real dude. But I've noticed something about Gary Russell Jr. It's like when he see another fighter shining, a black fighter especially, it's like Gary Russell Jr. becomes a hater. He did it when Terrence Crawford was coming towards and was getting on top. All of a sudden, he got a story where he punched Terrence Crawford in the Olympics or whatever, or Olympic, when they was in the Olympics, and just tried to embarrass Terrence Crawford. Now so he's doing a little bit towards Shakur Stevenson. Instead of Gary Russell getting on his game and actually going out there and fighting somebody, which he should do. But uh, he ain't been doing that. But I want somebody to step to him. Unless y'all proving that Gary Russell ain't lying. He's saying he a gorilla and y'all scared of him, but you got a lot of people running from Lamont. Don't nobody want to give him an opportunity to step in the ring with him. So I like to see that. I like somebody to see somebody step to Gary Russell Jr. at 135. All them guys out there, Floyd Schofield, Tank ain't gonna fight you. I know they saying they want to go over there and fight Abdullah Mason. Schofields need to stay away from Abdullah Mason. The Schofields need to stay away. Don't go over there. And y'all know y'all don't want to go over there. That's why y'all asking for $10 million. That's why y'all want some $10 million for two dudes. First of all, your son's still damn near a prospect. Don't know why they keep saying Floyd Schofield is a champion. Floyd Schofield is not a champion. All right. Ain't nobody paying no $10 million to watch Floyd Schofield versus Abdullah Mason. What the hell is they talking about? That's ducking. That's ducking. That's ducking. Abdullah Mason run up on Andy Cruz, lost. Uh, Tank really the headliner of 135 at this point since we got Shakur going up to fight Teofimo. So Tank is so far basically the king of 135 still. Ain't nobody defeated Tank. You know, I'm not a Tank fan like that. I think Tank is a ducker, a cherry picker. He needs to start picking better opponents to give to the fans. But he still is the major 135 pounder right now. And I think Tank ain't gonna give none of us what we want, y'all. He ain't gonna give us none of what we want. Let's go, Andy. And he's Loma 2.0, speed running, glory takes, glory stats just like him. Yeah, with Andy Cruz, it's to me just like Lomachenko. It's his feet and hand movement. It's very difficult for you to fight a fighter like that when they got fast hands and fast feet and can move like that. You know, and then to be a Olympian, you know, to get them gold medals, and you know that, you know, some people gonna look at Andy Cruz's age instead of his experience. You know, if this man been out there winning gold medals and beating guys for years like that, you know, it ain't nothing for him to get in the ring and beat up somebody. You know, it's all about levels and skill set and IQ, and you know, all them fights he done had as an amateur and all them gold medals. I'm sure Andy Cruz is gonna tighten somebody up. I know they better not. If he do win on the 21st, which I think he gonna beat Raymond Martel on the 21st, better not. What's his name? Abdullah Mason team need to get that title and get him some fights with that title. Don't go and talk about some you finna go unify with no Tank or no Andy Cruz or nothing like that, because he's not ready. A lot of y'all look at Abdullah Mason, which he passed the eye test. You know, when you look at him, he a beautiful fighter, but he does have things that he needs to work on. You know, especially since that he showed in that last fight that he had for the belt. You know, he put himself in situations he shouldn't have to be, especially with his reach, you know, and his ability to box from the outside. He shouldn't have to be standing there going toe to toe with guys. That's what Abdullah Mason don't need to do. But you know, in a time where we saying a fighter should sell, and you know, if you got to go out there, you got to knock people out and put on the show. You know, I think that's what he's trying to do, and I salute him on that. But at the same time, that could also get him in trouble, like we done seen twice. You know what I'm saying? Not being patient, you know, wanting to please the fans, you know, and then when you go out there and get dropped or KO'd, the fans gonna say you're a bum. You know, you somebody who just made it up to a belt, you know, because there was nobody really there to challenge. You got a vacant belt and you fought for it, you know. But it's better than being a paper champ. You know, it's something that's not been talked about a lot in the sport of boxing anymore. It's way better than being a paper champ. To actually go out there, okay, you fought for a vacant belt. It's better than getting emailed a belt like Boots or like, you know, Devin Haney did. You know, not to discredit them, but it's better to get a belt from the guy that holds the belt. You see what I'm saying? That's when you get the, you know, the lineal titles, when you go up and you beat the man who's the man. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that. I respect that. Let me see. Let's go, Andy. Oh, we already said that. Okay. I'm gonna let everybody else come in. Yeah, everybody come on in. Also, my telephone number is up here, right here. You can call in. I appreciate it. If you want to call in, make your comments. You come on anytime. Or if you want to go on StreamYard, I have the StreamYard link right here. You can also come on there. All opinions are valued. This is not LDBC. This is not no other channel. If you want to come on, speak your opinion about the topics, upcoming fights, whatever you want to discuss on this channel, that's what we going to discuss. I don't get mad. I don't get petty because you got a different opinion than me. You will not get blocked. So I appreciate if anybody want to come on. Like I said, this is my number. You can call from there. Or you can come on. You can hit the link and come on as well. So it's up to y'all. Now, until people come on and start talking about boxing, I'm going to go back in on the Papoose thing. You know what Papoose don't want? Because see, it'll be real bad if 50 Cent showed up and him and y'all know what 50 Cent do now. Remember what he did to Rick Ross? He took Rick Ross' baby mama on a shopping spree. I'm expecting 50 Cent to go pick up Remy Ma and take her on a shopping spree. That's what I think 50 Cent gonna do to Papoose. He gonna pick up Papoose old lady and take her on a shopping spree, buying her things, and you know what I'm saying, you know, remember mom always saying she took care of Papoose for real, which we don't know whether it's true or not, but he gonna take his baby mom, his wife out on a date and probably buy her some gifts or some jackets, some purses. You know, 50's petty. So, you know, a lot of people looking at it like Papoose really doing something. I think 50 just being quiet to, you know, come and kill him. And, you know, when he come, he gonna come correct 50 Cent. You know, you just put it out there that on what everybody feels going on with him and Claressa Shields. Which, hey, at the end of the day, I give Papoose a lot of credit. You know what I'm saying? If he can run up there and he can get a millionaire after leaving Remy Martin, hey, I salute you. You use a real PIMP player. You did that. If you ain't have nowhere to stay, you ran across the bag. That's what y'all gotta forget about Papoose. Even though I made the video and I believe that Claressa Shields, you know, is a, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, but hey, the man still came up at the end of the day. Christopher the Prophet, what's up? Hit the like button too, y'all. Hit the like button. Salute, salute, salute to everybody watching. Hit the like button. Either what's your thoughts on Timothy Bradley claiming Shakur Stevenson might be overtraining for the TO fight and putting his hands at risk again? I'm not behind the scenes. I've been trying to watch little footage of I've been watching Shakur Stevenson's channels, you know, to watch and see if he got, you know, Bo Mack and his team in his camp. You know, it's, to me it looked like he liked training. It don't look like he overtrained to me. It looked like Shakur really more. You don't see. I don't. It's like I don't really see the fire in him on his videos and training. Maybe he hiding. You know, which is smart. You shouldn't be showing, you know, what you're doing in training camp on your YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? I think that's very smart if that's what he's doing. But I don't see Shakur, like, to me, grinding like he should grind, especially facing a fighter like Teofimo Lopez. I want to see Shakur Stevenson out there with jackhammers hitting tires. I want to see Bo Mack there. I want to see Terrence Crawford there. I want to see the whole team there for a fight like this. You know what I'm saying? I think they need to be there. Meanwhile, Teofimo ain't saying nothing. Meanwhile, Teofimo ain't saying Nathaniel. Have y'all paid attention to that? Teofimo ain't making no video. Teofimo in the gym. Now, I still don't think Teofimo gonna win. I still don't think Teofimo gonna win. I think it's gonna be a war of the hooks. I think it's gonna be a war of the hooks. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a war of the hooks. And I got Shakur Stevenson, you know what I'm saying, breaking them down. It's gonna be good in the early rounds, y'all, because Teofimo gonna do that jumping in and jumping out. Teofimo gonna put a lot of work with his movement and athleticism to have to get inside to hurt or try to hurt Shakur Stevenson. And that's where he gonna mess up at in the later round. I think it's gonna be a close fight, 1 through 5. I think Teofimo gonna slow down from using all that energy, because Shakur, I think if Shakur comes stand to him on southpaw and just stand to him, it's gonna miss. See, everybody gonna be expecting Shakur to move around the ring because this Teofimo Lopez. You got to remember when Floyd Mayweather fought Canelo Alvarez. Go back and watch Floyd Mayweather versus Canelo Alvarez, the first, you know, with the only fight. When Floyd ran out in front of Canelo and went into the guard, look at Canelo's eyes. Canelo like, what the hell? They wasn't expecting Floyd to run out there and stand in front of Canelo. That's what I feel Shakur Stevenson has to do. Soon as the bell ring, come out there and plant your feet straight in the center of the ring and don't move. That's gonna fuck up Teofimo's mind. Teofimo gonna be like, hold up. We thought he was gonna be trying to move around. No, I ain't moving nowhere. I'm right here all night. Game plan distorted. Game plan distorted, because you know the father probably gonna be in his, hey, you know he gonna move a lot, you know he gonna run a lot, you know, so we just gonna keep pressure on him. So if Shakur run out there and just stand in the center of the ring, first bell, boom, they're gonna be like, oh shit, we wasn't expecting that. That's gonna make Teofimo do a whole lot of work. And my opinion, Teofimo tires out real early, y'all. He tires out about the fifth, sixth round. That's my dad calling. I got to call him. But he tires out about the fifth, sixth round, drain himself, doing all that moving, and then he started getting beat up. Now we have to think about the situation of Sandor Martin. We have to think about the situation of Jermaine Ortiz. These are both southpaws who Teofimo Lopez had trouble with. You know, being knocked down by check right hooks, and you know, these are things that Shakur Stevenson can do in the ring. So, like I said, I'm rocking. I'm rocking with Shakur Stevenson in this fight. Let me see what this comment says. Abdullah is my guy. I don't want to admit it. I don't want to admit he isn't ready, but it's true. Yeah, he ain't ready at all, bro. Hell of a fighter, a lot of talent, but his mistakes are being seen too early. His mistakes are being seen too early, and that's detrimental for his career. We shouldn't be seeing, you know, him getting hit like that and dropped like that, and but I think it's more of him trying to amuse the crowd. You know, I don't want to go out there and be labeled a boring fighter. I think his team is in his head telling him, hey man, we don't want to get the boring fighter, man. Go out there, be aggressive, and that's making him look a little bad right now, going out there trying to, you know, please the fans if that's the situation on what's going on with Abdullah Mesa. But I like Abdullah not ready for, you know, the big headliners out there. He needs a little bit time before he just jump out there. And that's just my opinion on it. Now we also got Keyshawn Davis. I think Keyshawn Davis is gonna get beat, y'all. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. No hate. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can call in. Please call in. Come on the channel. Come on the channel. Help me out. Let's talk. That go the number right there. That's my telephone number. We can talk right there on the number, or you can come on StreamYard. Let's go. Let's go. Let's talk about this boxing, man. But yeah, I got T.O. losing that fight. But like I said, he's very focused. Teofimo is not out here talking. He ain't doing no videos. You don't see Teofimo. So I think Teofimo is taking it way more serious. So the only if y'all worry about who overtraining, probably in my opinion, it might be a Teofimo. It might be Teofimo that's overtraining. I don't think that Shakur is overtraining. He looks relaxed to me. It's like he look like T.O. really ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? T.O. only chance in the fight, he has to be aggressive. T.O. have to be aggressive. He have to come forward. And that's going to be too much for him. Because I'm telling y'all, Teofimo is going to slow down in the later rounds. He's going to slow down. And they're going to be tapping on his head. You hear that cherry picker Gervonta Davis might be fighting a 47-year-old Manny Pacquiao. His fans boys are going to eat it up, though. Hey, whichever way he can duck and get a name and make some money, they all for these Tank fans. It's a lot of these channels. It makes me sick. It makes me sick to literally sit up and watch these channels support Gervonta Tank Davis, saying that he a boxing superstar, he the face of boxing, and he going trying to fight a 47-year-old Manny Pacquiao when he should be rematching Lamont Roach, or fighting Floyd Schofield, who's his mandatory, or trying to be unified at 135. Tank don't want to do nothing. Leave Manny Pacquiao alone. Stop trying to put that old man name on your resume like you did Gamboa. Stop, Tank. Anybody who said every time it's time for Tank to fight somebody with a name, Tank fans, Tank fanboys who got channels, the first thing they come out here and say is, it's a business. Oh, y'all have to understand, Tank just can't go out there and pick who he wants to fight. Yes, he can. So y'all said he was the face of boxing at one point, which was a lie. Y'all said Tank was the face of boxing. But now Tank can't go out there and pick who he want to fight. He can't go out there and tell them, hey, I want to fight Shakur. I want to fight Devin. He did it when he wanted to fight Ryan, but under an advantage that he wanted. But every time he's trying to fight somebody who could possibly beat him, a big name, here we go with the big platforms, penis riding, dick riding. Oh, y'all have to understand it's a business. Y'all got to understand Tank has a promoter. But he ain't got no promoter when we get Lamont Roaches and Hector Luis Garcias and Isaac Cruzes and... Come on, man. Tank is taking the Floyd Mayweather way of boxing to a whole nother level. Big reward, low risk. Big reward, low risk. That's what Tank going on with Tank. Tank being rewarded for doing nothing. Y'all still out here calling this man the face of boxing, but he won't even do a rematch. Tank is 31 and 0 probably. Never unified. Forget undisputed. Never unified. That don't seem crazy out here. Shakur younger than him and been a unified champion. Hell, Devin Haney. Look at everybody else around. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's look at this from another point. Look at all the new fighters who up around Tank, right? The only one doing better than Tank is Ryan Garcia. Hell, even Rolly Romero done been a champion. Well, Rolly a two-time champion, ain't it? 140 and 147. Two divisional champion. Yeah, Tank up there with him. Tank at the bottom. No, Ryan Garcia is the bottom and Tank behind him. Everybody else in boxing, they doing good. Devin Haney, undisputed. Been unified before. Shakur, been unified before. 3 division champion. Teofimo, unified champion. Lineal champion, 2 weight classes. Tank, fake belts, ducking, no rematches, cherry picking. I don't want to fight this guy because they said something about me. Who is he? He don't got good defense. He don't make the money I make. This is what we hear from the face of boxing. Y'all say the face of boxing. When it's time for him. Everybody doing well but Tank. Ryan Garcia, him and Ryan Garcia, they need to just fly off into the sunset together. Y'all need to go start streaming together or something, because y'all really don't want to fight. Tank don't really want to fight nobody. And Tank ain't going to go no further than 140. Or he probably ain't going to go no further than 135. There's too many good challengers at 140 for Tank. Tank ain't going to no 140. Y'all can hang it up. He going to stay right there at 135. Look for a big payday. Tank probably got 3 more fights, and that's it, and he out the way. He out the way. Don't be surprised if he tries to put Manny at a weight class at 147, because I doubt Manny will fight him at 140 due to the tough weight cut. Tank is a fraud. Tank is a big fraud. And hell no. First of all, y'all got to understand something. Tank name don't mean shit next to Manny Pacquiao. Tank, let me look in the camera and say that to y'all. There is no A side for Tank versus Manny Pacquiao, no matter how old Manny Pacquiao is. Alright? Because y'all know who gonna sell them tickets for real. The Manny Pacquiao fans. Tank ain't no A side versus no Manny Pacquiao. Don't do that. I give Tank his credit. Superstar in boxing. Probably sell one of the most in boxing. But compared to Manny Pacquiao, them peons. Compared to Manny Pacquiao, them peons, what Tank done made. So ain't no A side. So ain't no Manny Pacquiao finna submit to know what Tank want. Ain't no Tank finna make no rehydration clause for no Manny Pacquiao. Is you crazy? Manny Pacquiao can't make 140. Or go to one. Matter of fact, y'all too old to cut weight like that. Now, if you want this big name on your resume, you want this name that'll make you look good, Tank, while you ducking everybody else, then come fight me. Fight Manny Pacquiao. Put me on your resume. Can y'all? I hope that fight don't happen, cause Tank ain't gonna have to fight nobody for 10 years. Man, Tank ain't fighting nobody, man. He doing the same thing. Well, he fought Manny Pacquiao. Well, he fought Manny Pacquiao. Yeah, what y'all talking about? He beat Manny. Oh, Manny Pacquiao. No, I don't think nobody can beat Tank since he beat 46-year-old Manny. Y'all get the hell. They was actually out here saying and asking questions. Could Tank knock out Jake Paul? Y'all feel me? Did y'all Tank knocking out? A lot of people don't think logically. Logically, this is a 135-pound fighter, and y'all asking, can he knock out a 200-pound man? A 135-pounder knocking out a 200-pound man? And y'all think, Lord, sometimes you don't even have to talk to these people when it comes to boxing, because they don't just think. They don't know no logic about science, weight, or nothing. Now weight classes don't matter when Tank fighting Jake Paul. Oh, weight classes don't matter? It's a fight. It's a fight. Some of y'all insane to sit up here and ask a question and think a 135-pounder was finna beat and knock out a 200-pounder. Y'all are insane. Y'all gotta be smoking that crack that came from the 80s. Y'all smoking that stepped on that, what they call that? That fish scale. Y'all smoking fish scale. Y'all smoking the best dope that ever came out. If you thinking Tank was gonna go out there and beat up on a Jake Paul. Jermaine said he's coming to stop Key. He doesn't want to see another decision due to those fights. They both said they're going for the stoppage. We're in the fight, y'all. But see, one thing about it is we know Keyshawn gonna come fight. I will say that. I will say that about Keyshawn. He gonna come to fight. Now Jermaine Ortiz problem is the reason he hasn't won a title against Lomachenko or Teofimo Lopez because he don't put the work in. See, I think Jermaine Ortiz still stuck in amateur style boxing. Oh, it's long. No, you got to go out there and make everybody know you won Jermaine Ortiz. You can't go out there and leave it to the judges and look pretty and finesse and switch from southpaw and switch to orthodox and, oh, I didn't get hit. No. Because, see, it's something that people are forgetting about. And this old school talk here. Championship rules. Y'all don't hear that no more, do it? Y'all don't hear about championship rules no more, do it? Okay, let me tell y'all what championship rules are. Championship rules are you have to beat the champion down to take his title. See, they don't talk about that no more. Championship rules, you got to bloody the champion up. You got to beat him 12 rounds straight. You got to knock him down 3-4 times to take the champion's belt. That's not being applied to the game no more. Which there's a lot of fights where it's not being talked about no more. People not paying attention to it no more. Like, I'm going to give you an example. And you can go watch this fight yourself to see what I'm talking about. Jermell Charlo versus Tony Harris. Jermell Charlo versus Tony Harris, right? Even though, if you watch the fight, turn the sound down, Charlo was getting outboxed by Tony Harrison. But due to championship rules, Tony Harrison didn't do enough to take Charlo belts. Do you understand what I'm saying? On the championship rules, he didn't do enough. Let me read these comments. Y'all can call in as well, man. The number up here in the comments. You can come on. You can link through the channel. Here's my telephone number. Call in. You disagree, whatever. Or you want to come on the channel, talk to me. Hit the like button as well if you're watching. Hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Tank is a female in a man's body. The way he wearing them purses and them fingernails, you know, I don't care how much it costs. Some of y'all be like, man, y'all talking about that man, that alligator purse costs $6,000. I don't give a damn how much it costs. Ain't no man got no business with no person. He do come across as real female like. He do come across as female like. Now I seen a situation where the Charlos was talking crazy to him and he ran off with a bodyguard. Y'all probably might not remember that. I remember when the Charlos were talking real crazy, like they wanted to whoop on Tank ass, and Tank walked away with his bodyguard and ran away. But then when he on stage, he be talking about, oh, we could shut this down and we'd have been, you know, pack this up. And come on, Tank. Tank, stop it. This is why I often say people don't give a fuck about what people say because they talk crazy. After seeing how Paul did against AJ, he definitely would have KO'd Tank. The height and weight difference would have been too much. Exactly. But for some reason, they just thought that oh, ain't no way he can beat Tank. Jake Paul. Jake Paul was going to go out there and beat Tank ass, and it wasn't going to be no exhibition. Jake Paul was finna use Tank for his name to come up more in the sport. But he was going to go out there and beat Tank's ass. I'm telling y'all. Tank was gonna go out there thinking they finna box. Jake Paul was gonna come out there like a caveman. Jake Paul was gonna come out there like a caveman, y'all. I'm telling you. You can't make it up easy and ask to work. They're smoking on the best joint. But in regard to Keyshawn versus Ortiz, I think Key stops him late in a very tough fight. Ortiz going to box well early. I can agree with that. Because that's what he do all the time. He do that all the time. He box well early. Later rounds, he start backing off. He don't do enough. And I know he done seen his fights. I know that hurt him a lot. He like, damn, fight, especially the Teofimo fight. Damn, if I would have did enough, I possibly would have, you know what I'm saying? You can't go out there fighting the champion and not give it your all. When you going out there and you fighting the champion, you gotta be disrespectful. You gotta make the champion doubt itself. Do you hear me? When you going out there and you fighting the champion, you gotta make the champion fight itself, like Roberto Duran did Sugar Ray Leonard. Kept telling Sugar Ray Leonard, you ain't no man. You ain't no man like me. Made Sugar Ray Leonard change his whole fighting style and lost. See, whenever you see a fighter going out there being respectful, trying to be cool with his opponent and showing him too much respect, like Frank Martin was doing Tank, trying to explain himself to him. You see what I'm saying? Not being disrespectful, you know what I'm saying, showing too much respect, they gonna lose. You can't go and fight the champion showing no respect. No, you got to make the champion doubt itself. You got to make the champion look at the mirror about something you said and be like, damn. You know, you got to mess his mind up, the champion. Get in his head. They don't do that. They get out there just, oh, this. No, I'm going to make you feel real bad as the champ. I'm going to talk. I can find out anything. I'm researching you, everything. I'm looking for sparring partners who probably beat you up to tell me the news. Hey, I got you some money. What happened in the gym with him? Man, I whooped his ass. I'm on your ass about it. You can't even beat up your sparring partner. What make you think you could beat me? Yeah, I heard about it. You want me to tell the world? Hey, I got, what's his name? Was beating you up in sparring? Your sparring partner was beating you up. And you got the audacity to be standing in front of me thinking you could beat me. I'll spit on you. I spit on you. The hell wrong with you? Champion my ass. I spit on him. Y'all out here praising this bum. I be dogging the champion. He'll want to fight. He'll want to fight me that night at the press conference, the first press conference. He a bum. Y'all out here praising him, thinking he could beat me. He ain't come from nothing good. His mama, his dad, or nothing. His dad couldn't beat me on his best day. That's how you go out there and you talk about the champion. That's how you make the champion want to fight you. They be going, oh, I want to fight. I want an opportunity. No, you make that opportunity. You demand that opportunity from the champion. He said Tony Harrison was my guy back in the day. He wasn't so arrogant and was on then. Yeah, exactly. All right, I see. Teal. Hey, I know you've been watching boxing for a minute because Tony Harrison was very arrogant. He used to come out there with the buffs on and do all the little dancing. I used to like Tony Harrison too, but I thought the same thing. I thought the same thing. He was too flamboyant. But he could box though. But he could box. I think low key Frank could beat Richard Hitchison at 140. Frank got very good skills, and I'm not really sold on Hitchens yet. That dude talks more than he fights. Facts. That's fact. But this is what people gotta understand about Frank Martin. Frank Martin. Frank Martin can do a lot, but what makes me worry about Frank Martin is when he faces fighters that's been in boxing longer than him. Cause y'all know Frank Martin started late. You know, Frank Martin didn't start like, Shakur and them at 7 years old, 8 years old. So he's a little bit behind on you know what I'm saying, the IQ of boxing and learning. You know, it's stuff that Tank and them know that, you know, Frank Martin just now learning. So going against them guys is scary for him. So, I think he could possibly beat Richard Hitchens, or Richardson Hitchens, but I never know because to me, I think when he fight fighters with more experience, he like just shut down like he did with Tank. I thought he could beat Tank. If you look at him, you think, like, damn, he's a strong fighter. He ain't no small 135 pound. I thought he could have beat Tank until I actually sat up and thought about it. And I said, nah. I said, Tank got 10 years experience on Frank Martin. Frank got 10 years experience, so it looked like he could beat Tank, but then I thought about it and I said, nah, he ain't gonna beat him. Especially when I seen, the trying to be friends and explain itself to Tank and one being there. I said, nah, I said flinching when Tank jump at him, and I said, nah, he ain't gonna beat Tank. So that's my only worry. He looked like he can beat Richardson Hitchens, but due to the lack of experience, I don't think he's gonna be able to beat Richardson Hitchens. But it'll be a fight to see if he do it. And y'all gotta remember, Frank Martin beat Michelle Rivera, and Michelle Rivera was on steroids. He was cheating. So, Frank Martin just ain't no pushover, but when it comes to them guys like Shakur, Devin, and who been boxing since they were kid type dudes, I wouldn't go with Frank Martin. I wouldn't. I don't care how muscular he looked. That's why a lot of people thought he was gonna beat Tank. He muscular, you know what I'm saying? He fast, he power, but Tank showed y'all it's levels. It's levels. Hey y'all can come on the channel if you got a different opinion. My telephone number up there and everything, man. Look, I'm gonna show y'all again. The link is up. My cell phone number right there. You can call in anytime. Let me go back down. Okay, very flamboyant. I saw, hold up. I swear I seen old boy walk out with some lemon pepper steppers to the ring before he had who had on some lemon pepper steppers? Who you talking about, Chill Kid? Let me see. You got like A.B. Thurman or Fury to somebody to make a fight happen. The fans' toxicity play a part in that. You got to be like a A.B. Thurman or a Fury to somebody to make a fight happen. But see, that's what people don't be paying attention up to. A.B. didn't duck nobody. Devin Haney don't duck nobody. But then when it comes to Tank, they say it's a business. They ain't duck Tank. I mean, the other fighters don't duck nobody. When A.B. wanted to fight somebody, he fought somebody. When Floyd wanted to fight somebody, when she wanted to fight Shane Mosley, they made that fight. When Floyd wanted to fight Canelo Alvarez at 152, they made that fight. But it's funny when it's time for Tank to fight somebody, we have to remember that Tank got a promoter. Tank can't pick and choose his opponents, is what people are out here saying. Tank can't choose no opponents. Tank don't have that option. He have to fight who in front of him. Y'all crazy as hell to think that. Y'all crazy as hell to think that. And this is why we possibly ain't gonna never see Tank fight nobody. To me, Tank's experience got the better of Frank. But I don't think it was a huge skill gap between the two because Frank was piecing up Tank for like 5 rounds until he got gassed. If you go back and you watch that fight and you listen, Tank said in the early rounds, he said he hit hard. He hit hard. So when Tank was letting him just go around the rounds and doing all that punching and landing, which I'm not saying he was just letting Frank Martin hit him. What I'm saying is he was playing with Frank Martin. He wanted Frank Martin in his power to go down off his punches, and then that's when he started attacking Frank Martin. Remember, Tank even said it. Tank said, "You stuck your head out too soon. You should have waited." Tank was telling him, they shouldn't have took this fight for you. That was dumb. But when there's money involved, they're going to send him up. You see what I'm saying? With that money on the line, your trainer, that's when you're supposed to have a real trainer in your corner. A real manager on your team. Yeah, you're going to get noticed. Yeah, you're going to get some money. But this ain't the fight we need to fight right now. Frank Martin had no business fighting Tank right then. Because real people behind the scenes of boxing know, and they have people who scout, and boxers themselves know. All they had to hear was, "Hey man, what you think about Tony Harrison? I mean, not Tony, but what you think about Frank Martin?" And you talking about the dude at 135? This Tank talking. Yeah, to what he is, like 17-0. When he started boxing, oh, they say he started boxing at 17. And they finna let him fight me? Yeah. They accepted the fight. They said they willing to fight you. Oh, I'm gonna beat him. How you know you're gonna beat him? He started boxing when he was 17. I started boxing when I was 7. He don't even know as much as me to beat me. So what happened? They got in the ring. Frank said he hit hard. Tank said he hit hard. Tank waited some rounds off. Wait till he used all that power up, and Tank knocked him out. Experience matters. Experience matters. That's why the Olympics is so brutal in the sport of boxing, because you go on and you seeing European fighters, dudes from Cuba. You fighting so many different styles. You see what I'm saying? Frank Martin didn't go to no amateurs. He wasn't in the Olympics. He ain't seen different styles. Oh, let me read this. That was one of those fights that let me know Tank can beat the likes of Shakur Devin, Prime Loma, and T.O. and Keyshawn. I agree with you. I say he could beat them people, but I wouldn't say no guarantee. I would say it showed me he has the skill set. Most definitely. Tank has the skill set. But I just wouldn't say, he'll beat this person because what he did to Frank Martin. But it showed me, yeah, he ain't nothing to play with. And another thing, you can't go out there throwing the same punch at Tank over and over. He gonna knock you out. You can't throw the same punch at Tank. He's going to knock you out. Man, somebody call into the channel. Call into the channel. Call in. Go on the link. Hit the like button. Go on the link. Come on and talk. Say you just do. Floyd then got desperate. Height, fight, Uzi, Bud, Claressa. What you saying? I'm misunderstanding what you saying. Floyd then got desperate. Tank caught him at the right time too. Frank couldn't walk up the scale on his own. Yeah, if you talking about the weight situation. Let's see. Y'all gotta understand this in boxing. They have scouts. They have different people around in different rings, sitting there watching fighters, and they go and pay them or they get information and they let them know, hey man, this dude can't really make what. Same thing with the Barrios. Mario Barrios and Tank. Y'all know Mario Barrios sold that belt to Tank. That boy couldn't make 140 no more. You know somebody went out and scouted Mario Barrios. Hey, man, we got a belt for Tank. Mario Barrios, he can't make 140 no more. You know he'll take the money, big payday. Yeah, that'll make Tank look good. He go up to 140, beat Mario Barrios. Yeah, hell yeah, that's a good fight. And what they did when they made it. Yeah, that's a good fight for Tank. That'll look good. Going to the 140 and beating Mario Barrios, who can't make weight no more. And then put him on a rehydration clause. Who gonna fight Tony Harris? And Charlo got counted all night and was losing in the second playing with Harris. He was getting out boxed. That's how I know Bud was gonna beat Charlo ass. Y'all seen what Charlo did. Charlo went to one. Charlo, when Bud was coming to 147, that boy just let all the belts go. Come get these. Charlo said, I don't want these problems. Charlo said, I didn't do this. Come get these belts. Please don't let Crawford come for me. Come get these belts. Oh, he said Tony Harrison came out with them lemon pepper steppers. You wrong for that, too. Floyd need money. They saying he'll fight Anthony Joshua. Floyd will fight anybody right now. And that's sad what's going on with Floyd. But 50 Cent exposed it. 50 Cent exposed that years ago. He said Floyd get the money and go spend it. He said every time Floyd Mayweather fight, he get paid. Floyd broke. This is what 50 Cent said every time. And you wouldn't believe it because we see Floyd with the bundles of cash, $18 million watch, jewelry, flying, Dubai. 50 been told y'all. Said the champ get the money and spend it. He said if you see Floyd Mayweather in the club doing a walkthrough, it's because he need the money. But you wouldn't believe that. You wouldn't believe that. Floyd borrowed money from millionaires, lying about real estate, selling homes, selling this, selling that. You know, they say he borrowed $54 million. So this is what Floyd really doing now, y'all. And I hate to say it. I'm not hating on Floyd. This man got way more money than me, than experienced a way better life than me, you know, doing way better than me. His broke ain't my broke. You know what I'm saying? Floyd's broke is not my broke. You know what I'm saying? But Floyd running a Ponzi scheme. That's what Floyd doing. Floyd is running a Ponzi scheme off his face card. And if anybody know what a face card is, that's you, your face card. Oh, Floyd got money. He'll get it back. He'll give me my money back. He running a face card Ponzi scheme. Oh, I can just borrow some money for somebody because I'm Floyd Mayweather. You see what I'm saying? Floyd could call Warren Buffett or you know another millionaire and say, "Hey man, I'm in a situation. Let me borrow 10 million." Because it's Floyd. Oh, okay. I'm gonna wire you this. Yeah, 10 million coming, no problem. Because it's him. You think he got it? He running a Ponzi scheme. That's what he doing. Using his name and you know his fame and the money he flashed. He running a Ponzi scheme. That's what just to stay afloat. He robbing Peter to pay Paul. That's what Floyd doing. It is. It's sad. He can find himself. He can't find himself without his habits. Like I said, he might fight Claressa or use it. Seriously, I see he and Manny Pacquiao again. The Ponzi scheme keeps up. Um, he gonna have to keep it up. He gonna have to keep it up. He ain't. But this is the thing. He ain't gonna never give Manny Pacquiao a real fight. He ain't gonna never give Manny Pacquiao a real rematch. Unless they gonna pay Floyd $50 million and they tell Floyd Mayweather will pay you $50 million for a real rematch right now between you and Manny Pacquiao. That's the only way he'll fight Manny Pacquiao. That's the only way he will fight Manny Pacquiao. He is not. Y'all got to remember, Floyd is older than Manny Pacquiao by a year or two, I think. Floyd ain't finna get no ring and fight Manny Pacquiao. You gonna have to have some money. You gonna have to pay Floyd. Turkey gonna have to pay for that fight. And see, one thing people got to understand about this world, you got to remember how you acted when you was on top. See, it's somebody who could easily come out there and save Floyd's career or give him some money. But you got to remember how you acted and you treated people when you was on top. So it's probably some people out there who want to see Floyd fall. Who want to see Floyd fall. Hell, Roy Jones and Bernard Hopkins fought each other in a rematch years down the road. Made their money off of it. People would pay to see Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather 2 in a real fight. Not an exhibition match. Don't nobody want to see that bullshit. A real fight? Yes. Yes. But we ain't gonna get that unless they pay Floyd about $50 million. And I'm talking about tax. No, they gonna have to pay every tax he owe. They gonna have to pay every tax he owe to get him back in the ring. Matter of fact, let's talk about Roy versus Book. Hey man, I want somebody to come on the channel, man. Why y'all won't call in? My mouth getting dry and shit. Call in. I can't. Help me. Help me. Call in. Call in. The number's up. The number up in the comments. Let me put the number back in. Call my phone. Some y'all come on and talk. That's the number right there if you want to call in. Oh, you want to see the pics of Claressa, huh? You want to see the pics of Claressa, huh? Let me show you. I'm going to show you. Come on, let's see it, baby. Yeah. Call in. The number right here. Let me share the screen for y'all. Yes. Look at this here now. I wish I could make this bigger. Yeah, hold on. I just had it. Huh? Y'all said y'all want to talk? Huh? Look at that body structure. Huh? Huh? Y'all thought Easy be capped on. Y'all thought Easy a hater. Huh? Y'all thought Easy was a hater. Look at that body structure. Look at that low navel. Huh? Do y'all know about male and female anatomy? Huh? Do you know that men navel is at? Huh? Hold up. I'm gonna show you. Where my navel at? This my indents. Women navels are right here. This is where women navels are, and they indention. My navel where? My navel where? At the bottom. Look at that navel. Y'all know about anatomy? Y'all know about male and female anatomy? Women's belly button indent right here. Women's belly button are higher than ours. Now, this ain't Photoshop. Look where my belly button at. At the bottom. Look. I don't hate on nobody. I don't hate on nobody. I tell you the truth. Hold on. Let's go to another one. Look. Just look, though. Look at that body, man. Look at them shoulders. Look at that. Look at the chest muscles. Look at that stomach, that navel. That navel. Oh, let's go back. Let's look at some more. Let's look at some more pictures. Come on now. Look at that body structure. Look at that body structure, man. Come on. There you go. No, let me go back. Yeah. That's a man. I mean, hold on. I didn't mean to say that. Hold on. Hold up. What that look like to y'all? And y'all do know when people got money, they can buy they can have the best doctors and buy hormone pills and stuff, right? Come on, man. Easy. I'm true with this. Look, man. Look. Look at that body structure. Y'all come on, call in. Call in. Come on the channel. Look at it. So this is what y'all saying. Think about this. You're saying that this is Photoshop and edited. So do you? Long as these pictures been out about 4 years. No, in fact they say 2016. These images been out of Claressa Shields since 2014. If they was Photoshop, why hasn't she sued ESPN for photoshopping her pictures, giving her a male structure? Yeah, y'all saying this is why she ain't got no power though. When you take hormone pills, that stuff take it away from you. You putting female hormones into your body. That's why their voice change, their voice can change, they can do a lot of stuff. And I'm saying allegedly, I'm not saying because I ain't trying to get sued. I'm just talking and telling y'all something. They have enough money, they can buy the best stuff. You feel me? Do you feel me? I'm not hating. Look at that body. Every man who watching this right now, go pull your shirt up and tell me where your navel at. Every man watching right now, go in the bathroom, pull your shirt up, and see, don't that structure look like yours? I'll do mine again. Where my navel? Where that navel at? Where my navel at? Then look, I wish I could, hold on. I'm gonna turn my camera down a little bit. Down right here in your area. Ain't that a male area built like that? ESPN Photoshop, Claressa Shields. Huh? Y'all think that they got a butt? Hormone pills make a butt? Hormone pills make a butt? Look at my navel. And look at that navel. Huh? Look at my navel. Where my navel at? Women navels, theirs come right here. What women's come where they indent that on the sides. Women's comes about right here. Women navels are higher than ours. Men navels are at the bottom. Huh, fool? I ain't got to hate. I ain't got to hate. Hold up. Before anybody say I'm stupid. For anybody to say I'm stupid and I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to anatomy or science, let me show y'all something. So I don't want y'all to think I'm just stupid and just saying something out my mouth. Let me see, where is that? You see this right here? I'm gonna put it up to the camera. You see that? At 17 years old, I graduated at the top of, at the highest of the exit exam in the state of Alabama in science. You see that? This ain't coming from no dude just running his mouth, especially about no science or no anatomy. That was my subject in school. You hear that? You see that? I ain't cat. I ain't hating. I ain't nothing. I'm just telling y'all. I'm just telling you what the word is. You know, don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me, baby. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You see it now, don't you? Go look it up. I always want to fight men. I always want to beat up on this person. I'm going to whoop them. I'm going to beat them. See, y'all don't want to believe because that would mean papoose. Y'all better learn about this world of entertainment. Y'all don't want to believe it because that would make papoose what? Yeah. I ain't going to say the word. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Why you think the cousin came out and said Claressa can't conceive a baby? Why she can't conceive a baby? She a woman. She in good shape. She healthy. Why she can't conceive a baby? Why the cousin coming out saying that? Why Tank calling her Joanna man? Why Cameron calling her sir? Why 50 Cent posting all Papoose 304s is handsome? Why is Papoose posting all his 304s are handsome? You know, Marcus. You know what's up, Marcus. You know what's up, Marcus. That's what I'm talking about. You know what's up. I can't do. It's all on me. Just type in Claressa Shields' cousin. Tell us all. But we gonna get off there. We gonna get to boxing. You know what I'm saying. I'm showing y'all. You know what I'm saying, the truth over here. You know what I'm saying. It's on y'all. You know, go with it. If you don't, hey, that's all good and well. I ain't got no reason to lie to you. That's all I'm saying. Y'all ain't got no reason to hate on nobody either. You understand me? We just keep it trill over here. Yeah, she called him a midget, but what did he call her? Joanna man. Why did Tank call Claressa Shields Joanna man? Why? Somebody help me understand. Man, is y'all gonna call in and talk about some boxing, man? Y'all gonna call in? Come on the channel, call in. Let's talk some boxing, man. Come on. What y'all doing? What y'all doing, man? Come on the channel and talk. Act like this the boxing voice. And I'm Nestor and the fat hating ass dude who love hating on Terrence Crawford. Act like this the boxing voice. Call in, call in. Somebody call in. God damn. Y'all gotta come on the channel, man. That's what, man. I'm looking for a co-host. But ain't nobody talking about how Claressa Shields ducking that girl Green though. She was waiting so bad for somebody to beat Green so she didn't have to fight her. Which is easy to beat Claressa. All you gotta do is box her from the outside. If they let Claressa come in and start throwing all them flurries, that's when she be winning for real with them flurry shots. If you stand back and soon as she thinks she comfortable and finna throw them flurries and stand back and pop in her mouth for 10 rounds, it's easy to beat Claressa Shields. I put it to you like this. The boys versus Bomb Gunner. The boys will beat Bomb Gunner ass. The boys would beat Bomb Gunner's ass. But Alicia Bomb Gunner is a cheater. She cheated. When she got busted for them steroids, when she fought that girl she lost to from years ago, that girl cheated. Yeah, she pretty, she beautiful, she sexy, but she cheated, y'all. What's up with you, brother? Hello?
Hey, what's up, E?
What's up, man?
What's
Welcome
up,
to the
man?
panel. How you doing?
Oh, man, what's up with you, man? Yeah. I've been checking your show out for a while. I'm just checking you out doing your thing. It's good
Yes,
to see
sir.
you doing it, man. You standing there across. You still driving?
Yeah.
Yeah. How you like driving them trucks, man?
I don't drive trucks, I was driving buses.
Oh, you drive the buses now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you doing, okay. So you doing Metro. You doing like Metro buses?
Yeah.
That's good, man. I used to drive day cabs and I used to drive FedEx ground.
That's
So
what's
that's
up,
good,
man.
man. Bother, yeah.
What discussion you was called? Which one you was calling in about? The Claressa Shield situation or what?
Yeah, yeah. We said you need. I call in about boxing. Especially about Floyd, man. I'm from Detroit originally. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm tuning into your show. I sent you a couple of bucks a few times.
Okay.
But yeah, but the thing is that I'm thinking about like Floyd, what they did to him, man. You know what I'm saying? Remember when he went over there to Israel?
Oh, Dubai.
Hello? Yeah, he went over there. No, he went to Israel just recently.
Oh, he did?
And
what happened?
When he was talking to the prime minister and all that.
What happened?
What they did to Floyd is make him pledge. Just like what they doing to Aunt Joshua. You remember, you didn't see Floyd over there begging and telling him that to do anything he can for him over there in Israel, brother. He was talking to the Israeli prime minister. You know what I'm saying? And, just check it out when you get a chance. Floyd over there, he was like, oh, man, whatever you need, I got it, this and that. He was trying to keep his money in. But what happens is that a lot of times, when you pledge to him, you step out of line one time with them, and they turn on you. So it's something Floyd didn't do. It's some kind of oath he didn't take. You know what it is anyway. You
I know.
That they gotta go by the oath.
Behind
like
the scenes with it.
Yeah.
I know what's going on. He got to pay up. He got to give something
behind,
up.
And that's really what it is behind the scenes. That's why when Earl lost that fight to Bud, look how pathetic Earl looked.
Mm-hmm.
And then they come on Bud's gloves. Bud's gloves are supposed to be tampered with and all that kind of thing. This time he went in there. Yeah.
Why do you think they did? Why do you think they did that to Terrence Crawford?
I think that Crawford took the initiation. Errol didn't take the initiation. Plus, what happened with that Gamo 3? I'm just going about, what it is. Either you break the oath or you somewhere forbade the oath. So it's some kind of oath they took, or he forbade whatever. All this stuff, entertainment and sports,
Yeah.
it's it's behind the scenes. It's not in front of you. You know what I'm
So
saying?
okay,
Yeah.
I see what
So
you're saying.
it's something there's got to be something they supposed to do behind the camera. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
I mean, it's how they, especially black people, they tell you.
yeah,
I even watch Gematria News.
we gonna
If you ever watch the channel, it's called Gematria News. They talk about how they play with black people, like certain numbers and all that. Your daytime is up.
okay.
You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? And
we gonna have to talk about some fights because a lot of people don't understand what we talking about.
okay, now as far as boxing, him coming back to 50 years old, you can't see Floyd in nothing but an exhibition. He come back to regular boxing. The only guy he gonna be able to fight is Barrios, and then maybe Manny. Because other than that, anybody else is just gonna be too. They're gonna be too nullified for him, which means they're gonna be too. That kind of adrenaline. Like, can you imagine him going in there with somebody like even Keith Thurman right now?
You know,
Might have.
you know what's
Might
gonna
have a
happen.
little more.
You know what's gonna happen with Floyd. The only
Yeah.
way Floyd gonna get some real money again is they gonna want him to lose.
That's what I think they're trying to do.
They
Which
gonna
I think
sit.
they want
They
to
gonna
listen.
put him in a position to where he got to fight some young
That's
lion,
what they.
somebody who ain't playing, and they gonna let him get his ass whooped. The same thing they did
That's
to
what they
Muhammad
wanted
Ali.
Bud to do. They wanted Bud to lose.
The same thing they did to Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Because
They wanted Bud.
Muhammad
Yeah.
Ali had no business fighting Larry Holmes.
Right. They want you to throw the fight or lose. They want you to drop that or come in, just come in and look good and make the other fighter look good. Like
A
Mike
lot of
Tyson.
a
That
lot
was fixed.
a lot of people don't believe me when I say this, but I believe Muhammad Ali was poisoned.
Yeah.
I don't believe Muhammad Ali suffered from
Yeah. Yeah.
what they say he suffered
A
from.
Parkinson. Yeah, no, that's not
Because
Parkinson, but it is.
if you
It's not Parkinson's.
hold,
But it
give me
was a spinal diffia. That looked like what
give me
they
a
call
second.
diffia, or maybe even a
Give
palsy.
me a second.
It was kind of like cerebral palsy, but it was a reacting to some other issue. You know what I'm saying?
Is
Something they did.
if you look at Freddie Roach, somebody who they say suffered from the same thing.
Yeah.
Freddie Roach
Yeah.
can still train fighters. He can still, do his thing, move around. I
You
don't
know, and
think
Roger,
that. I don't
and
think.
Roger Mayweather too. Roger, they did something to Roger.
I don't
They
think
made
that
that man
that was
sick.
what was going on with Muhammad Ali. We got to remember that Muhammad Ali, he was at the time, he was a prominent figure for the black community. He made a lot of people. Hold on, give me a second, bro. He made a lot of people, proud to be black at a time when people, was walking around with their head down. That's why they say Muhammad Ali is the greatest of all time, not just for what he did in the ring,
Right, what he stood.
but for what how his presence made black
Right,
people what he was doing, not going to war and standing up for black people.
right. But
So I
one
think
thing
that
that
was
he did,
one of the major reasons that if somebody did poison him, like I think,
yeah,
that was the major
right,
reason.
because he came back and made money, just like. But he didn't go through the procedure. They wanted him to go to war so they can probably lose it. See, they knew he was going to change his name from Cassius Clay to Muhammad. They knew he was taking the oaths of Muslim. They didn't want him to have those.
So
It's like
what you think
Bud
about
Crawford.
Shakur?
I want to say this: Bud Crawford, Anthony Joshua. What did they got in common? They wanted them to throw them fights, just like Tyson threw that fight with Jake Paul. If you don't submit to what these folks want, okay, then they're going to basically go into phase two. Phase two is either it could be a detriment to you
And
or to your breed.
this yeah on the fact of Anthony Joshua with that car accident, that didn't look like look at the road they was on. How the hell they hit a car that hard?
He wasn't in there. He played on man. He wasn't even bleed.
No,
See, a lot of that stuff be fake. You
I,
know, you remember you talking about Nipsey Hussle? A lot of that stuff be fake.
but
That stuff
bro,
is getting them out of the industry. Some
yeah,
of them have
bro,
they force them into each
bro,
other.
we got to keep it boxing. Everybody don't know what we talking about.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
But as
cause
far as boxing,
yeah,
that was fake.
what you feel about
That
Shakur?
didn't
What you feel
was
about
bleeding.
what you feel
Was
about Shakur
was
Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez?
I think, what I'm saying, Shakur is pretty good. Tio probably better than what they think. Remember, this guy tried to step up the bullet too, but I don't think Tio. He just wants a big fight. Okay? I don't think either one of them can take somebody like Tank. Why? Because they're not going to be able to take that solid hit. You know, they both will be dropped by Tank. You know, remember, T.O. lost to Cambosos, right?
Yeah.
Didn't he lose to that guy?
Yeah.
Cambosos beat Tank. These guys couldn't get past Tank. And you got to use Tank as a measuring stick. So, between him and maybe Devin Haney, I think both of them would lose to Devin Haney or Tank. What you think?
Both of them. I think a lot of people don't believe me when I say, but I think Shakur Stevenson beats the hell out of Devin Haney. I think Devin Haney beats Teofimo Lopez, but I think Shakur beats Tank and Devin.
The way he beat Regis, what's his name, Progress, I think that's what's gonna happen to Haney. Now I don't think that's gonna happen to Tank, because Tank can hit just as hard, but I don't think Tank really got so much control in the ring with somebody like that. You know what I mean? Both of them are good. T.O. was pretty good. I don't like all that bigot bias I'll be saying. I haven't been keeping up with boxing as much, but I don't dig the way he speaks a lot of bigot and bias. But T.O. he's a decent fighter. You know what I mean?
T.O. something to deal with, man.
Mm-hmm.
T.O. is something. Because even though we know, you know what I'm saying, you could bring up the Sandor Martin, you could bring up the Jermaine Ortiz fight. When he come, he's showing up.
Yeah. Nah, as far as Shakur he can take a guy like that because he's shown he has 12 rounds of adrenaline. You know what I'm saying? He has the adrenaline to take any of them. Especially like T.O. Please. I mean, he could be knocked out. He never experienced a knockout. I think Tank, with somebody like Tank, you're on the verge of knockout. You know what I mean? But, no, I don't think that he's going to be able to deal with somebody like Shakur 12 rounds. Shakur's going to dominate eventually.
I think, like I said, I think it's going to start off good. I think it's going to be, for the first 5 rounds, it's going to be competitive. But I think that Teofimo Lopez is going to, be doing.
Man, T.O. need to be in there with somebody like Gary Russell Jr.
I think he's going to use.
Not Antoine, but Gary Russell.
I think Teofimo Lopez is going to use a lot of his energy up in the early rounds. And by the 6th, 7th round, he's going to slow down. And I think Shakur going to take over.
Hey, here's my other question. Why do you think Gary Russell Jr., why do you think he don't get fights like that? Why do you think he's not facing like Shakur or T.O.? You think they ducked him?
I think he's being ducked.
He's above average, but he's overlooked.
Yeah, he's above average, but then you also have to look at what has Gary Russell done to deserve these fights. Gary Russell got a bad habit of popping up out the blue and expecting to get his just due. It don't work like that.
I mean, his brother's doing a lot more. Yeah.
He was just off almost 2-3 years after his loss to Masayo. Then he come back, beat up this guy, knock him out, and now Gary Russell just all of a sudden thinks he just deserves to jump to the top echelon and just get the big. It don't work like that. You got to go and fight somebody else again. You got to get your name up there.
Who you think he should have took? Let's say within the last 2 years. Give it 2 years. Who should Gary Russell took?
Gary's supposed to been moved up from 1 to at least 130. Tried to fight Chris Colbus. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The name's at 130. He's coming late as hell. Now he want to jump in the fire.
Yeah. I mean, you think you know what? You should be interviewing. You make a great interview for these guys. Like
they don't want me to interview them.
Because you're gonna probably go too in depth. You say you're gonna be asking them the questions.
I'm gonna ask them the real questions. They don't want me to interview. I'm not on here to dick ride you. You won't ever have to come back on my channel if you don't want to. I'm gonna ask you the real questions we want to know.
I think Bill Haney would be a good interview for you too.
We got into it before.
Somebody like, oh y'all had
we got into it on World Combat Sports.
The guy Showbiz, he moving into a lot of the arena for interviews. But I think that if I could interview anybody right now, it would be Bowman. See what it is, because you don't really have to interview him, because the reason why Bud had to retire because Bud ain't throwing no damn fights. They didn't ask him to pass the torch to throw a fight. Go back in there with Canelo, let Canelo win or something. It's got to be somewhere around him passing the torch or tossing a fight. I bet you that's what it is.
And then it's more. Yeah, I got it. I got the donation, brother. Thank you. Thank you for the donation. I got it.
Do you think that's what it is? Right there, Easy? Is that he wanted to throw the fight?
They want him to throw the fight. No, I just think that they was gonna really blackball Terrence. You know, the WBC wasn't gonna let them be undisputed and fight for their titles no more. You know that. You know they was finna do that.
Why? Right? I mean, what's missing? Give it a clue. What's missing where he needs to retire? He can go to 160. Look, he can go to 160 right now and start the whole phenomenon over, undisputed.
That's true. What's but no. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Hear me out, bro. He can't go back to being undisputed. He was just feuding with the WBC. See, that's the whole reason this is what they did. This is what they did to Terrence. Just hear me out, all right?
All right.
Terrence won. They was upset about that. Terrence got the WBC title, which is Mauricio Suleiman and them. I love Mexican people. I'm just saying Mexican because he's Mexican.
Oh yeah, he didn't pay that fee.
Okay, hold on, let me go. He got the title, which was Canelo, which they're Mexican people, which they can come on the TV and say they happy for Terrence all they want to, right? But at the end of the day, they really pissed off that he won. They go to Terrence and tell him the WBC out of all the other belts, just the WBC, ran by Mexican people, tells Terrence Crawford, oh, we want you to pay $300,000 and we want you to pay an extra $100,000. Then hold on, I ain't finished yet. Hold up. Then they tell him we want an extra $100,000. Then Terrence say, hold up. Then Terrence come back and say, I want, which we never heard him say it, but his team was saying, I want $100 million for the rematch. What happens next? They come and strip Bud of the WBC title, so there can't be a rematch, which what? Fucks the money up.
Right.
So
that's good.
Bud already realized, and then they come out and say that Terrence won't be able to challenge another WBC title holder, which means even if he went to 160 and he collected all the belts, the WBC wasn't gonna let him fight their champion to get their belt. So he would have been just wasting his time.
Right. So was there a rematch clause? Him and Canelo?
No.
Okay.
If it was a rematch clause, he would have to stand on it or retire.
Yeah. And I mean, he'll probably have to throw the fight. Bud ain't gonna throw no fight. Plus, I think it comes in now somewhere. It pivots down to tossing the fight, passing the torch to somebody else. I want him to go there and fight either Laura or what's the other guy name? The guy from Uzbekistan or whatever his name. He could have fought one. Yeah, and he. Yeah,
no, he had 154. Who?
At 160, he could have went to 160 and took Laura or the other guy, and that would have secured like four times undisputed.
But
they couldn't let him do it.
That's what I'm saying. If the WBC won't allow you to fight their champion, you will never be undisputed in that division. The WBC was already pissed at him from what he was saying. So he really did the smartest thing he could do. He was like, well, hell, I know if I come back and fight and I try to go for 4 times undisputed, they ain't gonna let that happen.
And he told my man, fuck, what's it, Suleiman or whatever? He told him, I'm not paying for this shit.
He said, you need to slap your damn self. Well, he ain't thinking I'm finna pay you all that money. You think they finna let him fight for another title, another WBC title?
You know, he went right toward him. He said, Suleiman, man, he said, F himself. See, now he ain't got Richard Schaefer. When Richard Schaefer was in there, Richard Schaefer wouldn't come down on him. But Richard Schaefer, like Floyd, I don't think he would have a relationship like Richard Schaefer and Floyd had. Now you got Suleiman. He's like, man, give a call. You know what I'm saying? Pay the fee. You know what I'm saying? Oscar De La Hoya stuck his neck out, but Oscar need to chill, man. You know what I
Oscar
mean?
need to shut the fuck up. Oscar just hating and mad.
Yeah,
That
especially cause Canelo lost. He was the one talking. Him and Showbiz, man. I really would love for you to interview Showbiz. You know what? Cause
showbiz don't want
his words, dog. Eat all that shit. He was talking about. Yeah, I
show.
just know.
Listen,
He
I'm finna
thought,
showbiz is the top boxing channel for dudes that for us regular dudes. I give him his credit. He the
right,
king. But
because
showbiz, oh let me talk. The showbiz don't know what the fuck he be talking about. Show Showbiz get on his channel and abide to what most of the viewers who come on his channel say, which are probably Mexicans and other people, and I ain't hating on that. But Showbiz ain't never predicted a fight right to save his damn life.
he for casual. Yeah, because
He
he
said
really thought Canelo. He thought Canelo was gonna completely. I really see a KO in this.
not only
I
Canelo, he was the same person, him, Champ Side, and the LDBC,
and the other Barica guy, the
Champ
Puerto Rican.
Side, Showbiz, the LDBC, and some more
What's the other guy?
channels, and some more channels that ain't here no more.
Punch drunk
Hold.
boxer.
And, and some more channels that ain't here no more. All was Dick Wright, Errol Spence. He was then
Yeah.
Showbiz when the fight was for Terrence Crawford and Canelo. He was saying that Canelo was gonna beat the hell out of Terrence and knock him out.
Right.
Soon as Terrence Crawford win, he back on Terrence Crawford dick.
Right.
And
But
I
you
ain't
know,
hating on these
that was
channels.
it.
I
I
just
think
be
Errol Spence was a. Yeah,
hold up,
that's. Yeah.
hold up. I ain't hating on these channels at all.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering how do fans listen to that bullshit? They can't predict the fight right. They be biased as hell just to get certain viewers on it or get the certain um, superstars of boxing or whoever on their channel to talk to them. I seen Champ Side do the same thing. He dick rolled Errol Spence for 5 years.
Hey, let me ask you this. I don't mean to cut, but you think Errol coming back?
Hell no,
In your
Errol ain't
opinion?
coming back.
I can't see him coming back after. I mean, I could see him. He was about to fight for Dover. A guy who bloody.
On July 29th or 26th, it's going to be 3 years Errol Spence been out the ring. Errol ain't coming back.
Yeah, I think that whatever went on, because he didn't even look right during the fight with Bud.
He's
But
not coming back. That was too much of a
don't be
brutal ass
surprised if
whooping.
Bud come back again. We waiting him out. I think he waiting him out.
It was a brutal ass whooping. The world saw it. He's still traumatized from that ass whooping. He don't want to come back to the sport of boxing.
Don't be surprised if Bud come back though. I think he waiting him out.
If they bring enough money, Bud will come back.
He talking about $100 million. He deserves it. He waited 8 years to get to where he at.
He deserved them $100 million. They got to pay him where he want.
Yeah, but they don't think he worked. They hate to see the chocolate of this brother. They hate to see the complexion, even the darker. You know, the indigenous factor of him in general.
We got another fight coming up. We got Keyshawn Davis versus Jermaine Ortiz.
Hey,
what you feel gonna happen in that fight?
You like Keyshawn? I like Keyshawn's work, but I think. What do you think about Keyshawn Davis coming in there with somebody like Tank, or fighting somebody like? Let me see. What if he fought somebody like the one Pacquiao fought?
Who? Mario Barrio?
What if he fought? Yeah, what if he fought somebody like the one Abdullah? What's his name? Abdullah Mason.
He'll beat Abdullah Mason right now.
Yeah, he's seasoned. Yeah, he's well seasoned. You think he'll be able to take somebody like Devin Haney?
Who, Keyshawn?
Yeah. Yeah, Keyshawn. You think he can do it?
Oh.
Somebody like that. Oh. He'll be interesting.
I think he has the talent to do it, but I think he has to come up with a good game plan to beat Devin. Devin got a lot of experience.
Why he leave the gym? Why he don't want to work with Bomac?
Because I believe Bomac and them asked him for their money, even though he lost the bag doing that dumb shit. what
Because I was shocked when Derrick James
if,
said,
if
"Hell,
if y'all go back and watch the video of when Keyshawn Davis lost his title on the scales, look at Bo Mac face. Bo Mac was mad as hell. But see, at the end of the day, whether you fought or not, I still trained you. My team still trained you. Well, we need our money. You see what I'm saying?
yeah, he lost that money on the scale. He was overweight by what? By a few pounds."
And then, not
Wait.
only that, you making us look bad. So I think it was
Yeah.
a conversation between him and Bo Mac, and Bo Mac wanted his money for his team and his time. And Keyshawn went to acting like a little hoe and act like he ain't know what he ain't want to pay them. And they was like, bro, we need our goddamn cheese. Whether you lost it
I,
on the scale or not, we was training with you for almost 2 months. We need our money.
yeah, I mean, for people that they just like Derrick James, he lost. He lost. Let me see who he lost. Ryan Garcia. He lost. Alicia Baumgartner. He lost quite a few people. I think he was about to train Adrian Broner for a comeback, but he lost that fight to Blair Flair. What's his name? The guy with the golden curls. He lost the
Oh,
fight to that guy.
Blair
Blair
Cobb.
Flair.
Blair
Yeah, Blair
Cobb.
Cobb. When he lost that fight, he said, "Oh man, I'm not going to even train." You know what I'm saying? I understand it's about money, but what I'm saying with the right guy, like Virgil quit. I think Virgil, what's his name? The trainer, the one who used to train.
Virgil Hunter.
Yeah, Virgil. Yeah, he quit. So he cut it out because he don't want to be in there and lose money. Because when they lose money on the scale, you lose money too. I
You ain't
get it.
gonna get paid if the fight gets stopped. That mean the money cut short.
Yeah,
I want my
that's just
damn
crazy.
money. I don't give a damn. That's your fault. You went upstairs and went to eating steak and lobster and shit. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Where's my money at?
You're reading that live. What you say? Pizza with that extra what topping? You
You up
got that
there
extra mozzarella?
eating pizza and ranch and shit, and you think you finna go miss out on weight and
Ranch
destroy the
dressing.
fight, and you think I don't want my money? Yeah, Bo Mac wanted his money. That's why that boy got mad. Bo Mac,
I
he
think
ain't do
so.
nothing to that boy.
He tough too. Beaumont. When Bud won that fight, he went in the back of that motherfucking room. He was like, "Yeah, MF was in this night." He was hyped, and I understand because he won. But if that's him when he hyped when he wins, you can imagine what he's like when he's mad, man.
But back to Ortiz and Keyshawn. Who do you think winning that fight?
Yeah. Oh, that's another guy, Virgil Ortiz. Can what you gonna fight him?
Not
Could
Virgil
Bud
Ortiz, Jermaine Ortiz. I'm sorry.
Jermaine Ortiz, yeah, him, brother. Okay, that's the guy that what's called about to fight. Jermaine Ortiz is good. He should be fighting Devin Haney.
Jermaine Ortiz? Hell no. Hey, you got your TV up loud or something in the background?
Oh, that's just two phones. That's my other phone. Yeah, I'm in the light studio over here. I'm over here right here where I'm grading test papers.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. Hey, man, but the thing is like, I like this Jermaine Ortiz, but I think it's a matter of time. Because, he got stumbled a few times. You know what I mean? I'm more about Virgil Ortiz than Jermaine Ortiz. I like Jermaine Ortiz, but he gets stumbled, man. He gets stumbled. Like, I think if you put him in there with a guy that's probably had about a good, 20, 25 wins, it's going to be a different story, man. You know what I mean?
But who you think gonna win between him and Keyshawn?
I got Keyshawn. Keyshawn's shown some great work. And what I like about Keyshawn, black fighters, white fighters, he ain't like a lot of them. This is why I basically grade him and Bud over Floyd. Is that they will take black fighters as quick as they take white ones or Hispanic. Floyd mostly fought, if you look at it, he fought mostly Mexicans. Some whites, a couple of guys from the Soviet, and only a few black ones. Most of them were somebody like Zab that was just, you know what I'm saying, kind of broken in. But somebody like Keyshawn, he'll take any guy fresher than fresh.
What
Bring him straight out the state.
We got to remember that Jermaine Ortiz switches stances now. He go from southpaw to orthodox. Do you think that'll be a problem in the situation of the fight?
Something like Bud. He can switch up, man. He can switch hands. He can switch stances. I think Jermaine is gonna be good, but I think Keyshawn is a sharp shooter. Jermaine's a bad boy because he knows the ring, But Keyshawn Davis, he's a sharpshooter. Sharpshooters always win and stuff like this. And he can counter very good. He counters better than most boxers in that weight division.
He come forward too. He like to fight too, Keyshawn.
Mm-hmm.
He willing to get dirty in the ring. I like that about him most of all. Like he ain't finna just stand there and ain't no
he
crowd
one of
finna
them.
boo. He
Yeah,
finna
he one of
bring
them
it to
guys.
his opponent.
He might not have Bomac, but you get in the right management. Keyshawn probably never gonna lose. He's undefeated for a reason. He's done some good work.
But
He's done some great work.
Jermaine Ortiz ain't them guys Keyshawn been fighting though.
Yes. Well, what do you think Jermaine Ortiz will look like? And it was like, you figure he'll beat Devin Haney.
Hell no.
What do you think?
Hell no.
Nah. Jermaine Ortiz is not gonna beat Devin Haney. I think Keyshawn is pretty much has as much. He can take a jab.
See if
Keyshawn can take you hit him in them braids snap right back in place.
If Jermaine Ortiz cannot come out there, I mean if Jermaine Ortiz can't win this fight, this set his career back. That put him at a B minus C plus fighter. You had 3 times. You had
then you
three
put him in
times.
that Raleigh Romero.
You had 3 times to prove yourself. You fought Loma. You didn't do good then. You didn't come out on top. You fought Teofimo. You didn't do enough to win in. Now you got another big name.
Yeah, I saw that.
Now
I
you
remember that.
now you got another big name that could push you back up into the limelight to get you a title. If he loses this fight, he will be a gatekeeper at 140.
Didn't he spar with that guy Shoo Carrington or whatever his name?
Who?
He sparred with that guy Shoo whatever his name. Jermaine Ortiz.
He sparred with Shoo?
Yeah, I think is that it? Shoo Carrington. He sparred with one of them guys. He say the guy was pretty much giving him some work.
He sparred with
He's a bad boy.
Did he spar with Shoo for this upcoming fight that he gonna have?
I don't know if it was Shoo Carrington. I don't know if it was him. But they say the guy was doing some good work with him. He's a double stance. He can do orthodox and he can do the other stance. But he's not. I think that somebody like I said, Gary Russell Jr. The good measuring stick. That's the guy he can go on with.
Was Shoo sparring with Jermaine Ortiz for this upcoming fight on the 31st? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, I think they were sparring together, something like that.
That's a good opponent to spar with, because Shoo, hell, Shoo got skills. Even though he ain't known like that, they ain't putting him out there, and in boxing like that. That's somebody he need that will prepare him for a Keyshawn.
I mean, what do you think about what's his name? Even though he kind of a nut, kind of a little bit kind of awfully not. But what do you think about Raleigh Romero? Because I heard one of them about
Raleigh. Trash. Raleigh is another fighter that started late. Hold up. Raleigh started late. Raleigh started boxing. He came from
martial arts.
Yeah, he came from martial arts. He learning on the job. I was surprised when he beat Ryan Garcia. Very surprised.
That's why I asked.
He beat Ryan Garcia. Raleigh, he needs to stay with that Cuban guy or whatever old trainer that is he with.
That old guy.
He needs to stay with him. Riley has one quality of Riley besides his power. Riley Romero has great timing.
Yeah,
he had great
time with Tank for a minute.
A lot of people, when I say that, they go to laugh. What you mean? I didn't say he was an elite boxer. I never said that. I didn't say he was a Devin Haney or Floyd Mayweather, Sweet Pea Panetta. No, I said he got great timing.
But he got great timing because he learned martial arts. I think martial arts gave him the gift of it.
He know when to throw.
Yeah.
He know.
But you think he would be able to go in there with somebody like a Devin or like he beat Ryan Garcia, but what about somebody like I say, like you saying Keyshawn Prince?
Devin too skilled for him. That's the whole reason of him saying I don't want to fight Devin Haney, even though he trying to say it in another way. He know he can't beat Devin. Cause see, Devin ain't finna play with Riley like that.
That guy Devin beat, man. Devin proved himself. He can work that ring, dog. He got ring championship off his damn world. That brother. I didn't think he was gonna do that, but he dropped the guy, man.
Devin Haney is a bad man. Devin Haney, you know what
He
I'm saying?
dropped him.
He even though
They said he gave Floyd some work.
even though Ryan Garcia, beat him like that, you know what I'm saying? But you can't count out what Devin Haney done learned and accomplished in the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? He been around boxing a long time. He
Yeah.
zapped Judah Godson. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. He been
So
around.
I was a little skeptical when he was fighting Brian Norman. I was like, it's a possibility he could get knocked out. But then I had to think about it and go back. You
Yeah.
have to look at it, and Devin done had too many elite fighters or real fighters he done dealt
I
with
mean,
for people to even think that
to
Brian
doubt
Norman
him.
Jr. was
To
just gonna
doubt him.
come in there and knock him out. There was
Yeah, when he beat Badass, what's my man name? They compare him to Floyd. You know what I'm talking about from this um um um. You know what I'm talking about? Bad boy who the Matrix. When he beat the Matrix, I said, oh man, he got stamina. I thought he was gonna lose against him.
um
What's his name? Lomachenko.
I thought he was going, and I was somebody. Let me be honest. I was somebody who said that Devin lost that fight, but I rewatched it, and Devin won that fight about 7 rounds to 5 or 8 to
He was
4.
getting hit.
Devin won
He
that
really,
fight. He did. Devin was bigger than Lomachenko. Not to make an
yeah.
excuse on it, but I thought he was going.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was going to beat Lomachenko.
He
But
got jabbed up. Yeah, because I
Devin,
remember that. I would have liked to see him try and take somebody like Gamboa, but that was a different
hell
game.
no. Fight who?
Gamboa.
Who, Devin?
But then I would like to see quite a few of them take somebody like Gamboa. I think Tank took him at the tail end of his career,
Devin
and
fought
that's why.
Gamboa too.
Who did?
Devin fought Gamboa.
Devin fought Gamboa?
Yes.
Oh man, you saw a fight I didn't. I forgot. Really? That was in back in what, 2020?
Yep. Hold on, let me type it in. Haney versus Gamboa.
I didn't think he took Gamboa.
Yeah, he beat
I don't know.
Gamboa 5 years ago.
Oh, he beat him. So he'll probably beat Isaac Cruz just as easy, man. He'll take Isaac Cruz then. Because he ain't got no heavy hands. He'll be able to take somebody like Isaac. You know what I mean? Isaac whooped Riley, but
Isaac Cruz versus who?
Yeah.
Isaac Cruz versus who?
Well, I said he'll probably be able to take him because Isaac Cruz beat Riley Romero, and he also gave Tank some work. I think that was pretty much a draw too.
So you saying you want to see Devin versus Isaac Cruz?
Yeah, I would see something like
Man,
that. I was thinking about that.
Bruh. Devin Haney would destroy. No.
Yeah, because he moved around. He can move. He can move in that ring.
No, that ain't no hell no. That ain't worth looking at. Devin will beat the brakes off of goddamn Isaac Cruz. Hell
He'll
no.
beat that kid. He'll beat that kid Roach. He'll beat Charles Martin. He whooped anybody. He'll whoop anybody Tank will whoop. Him and Tank gotta go in there, man.
I want to know why isn't Richardson Hitchens fighting Gary Antoine Russell Jr. Richardson.
You like that one? I like the Russell brothers. I like Gary Antoine and I like Gary because they prove me. They some badasses. They are.
They
coming out.
Let me tell you, the Russells are limited. The Russells are one dimensional. They all
they can hit.
They all fight the same way.
Right. They don't have as much defense, but they can hit. It's the hit. I guess they can strike pretty good.
The Russells want to look fast and punch hard.
Mm-hmm. I mean, didn't they dad? Their dad used to train before he
Yeah, they dad used to train, but all of them fight the same. One dimensional. It's easy to beat them.
Who remind me a lot? You know who he remind me of? The Russells. They remind me a lot of like what's the name? Lamont Errol Spence for Lamont. They the boss from DC. They fight like that. They come straight at you. They can attack. They have offense, but their defense is not so high. You know what I'm saying?
And they in love with their left hand.
Yeah. And once they get predictable. They haven't lost a lot of fights, so I kind of still hold out for them.
They don't.
They haven't lost a lot.
They don't have a lot of they don't use their right hands that much. They focus primarily on speed and coming towards you.
Yeah.
They just want to show that they fast. Whenever them Russells step up to an elite fighter or somebody who can box good, they get beat.
That's. I mean, yeah, because I think the little Russell, Gary, not Antoine, but Gary. I think how many losses he got? Like three now.
Yeah, I think Gary got like three.
He bought. I think he fought a white boy and got beat too. He lost against. I don't think he lost against Loma. It wasn't Lomachenko. He lost against a white boy.
Gary talk that
Uh,
talk, but when it's time to step up and go out there and fight, we all these years, come on, bro. Look how old that Lomachenko fight was, bro. You can't tell me you couldn't get. And Gary Russell used to fight every 2 years, a year and a half.
right.
Gary,
That brother. And tell you the truth, you should have figured him out because you know what I'm saying. The way he moved, he can move around that ring just like long. He don't hit move the same, but he can move around that ring. He got that ring figured out pretty good. Gary do both of them. Antoine, he's very aggressive, man. I mean, it's like okay, one of them is really aggressive. The others are just a champ. He's a ring jump. But like you say, they fight the same. Just what do you think about this? Now this reminds me of Charlo. Big Charlo, he never lost. But he fights just like his little brother. They are
Big
just semi-aggressive.
Big Charlo ain't never lost because he ain't never challenged himself to fight nobody. His biggest win is Julian J Rock Williams, and you could look at their size and tell he was bigger than J Rock.
And Derevyanchenko, that was it.
That's it. He lost. Hold up. Who whooped his ass? What's his what? Matt Corrigal.
Yeah.
This one, the Charlo brothers blowed their opportunity on a pay per view card where they were headlining. This when Jamel lost to Tony Harrison, and Matt Corrigal beat Jamal Charlo ass.
Yeah, and then Canelo had to come in and finish up where he left off.
And they cheated and gave the fight to Jamal because they didn't want both of the brothers to lose.
Yeah, I don't get it. And see, and then Bud was like, hey, you know, he was all inside the ring when he went real, like, you next. And he was like, hell no, man, I'm 154. I'm 154, and I ain't trying to come back down to your size.
Charlo never wanted to fight Bud.
It'd be embarrassing to lose against a small guy like Bud.
Canelo embarrassed right now that he lost to Bud.
Yeah.
Canelo so powerful right now in the sport about I think Bud didn't let go out of the belt, so it's over with.
I think it's pretty much over for Canelo. The only guy he gonna fight now, as much as he hated, he gonna have to go back to Mexicans. He not good with slick black fighters. Floyd showed you that. Then that other guy showed you that. The what's the guy he fought before Bud? That guy was moving all around the ring. He really won with aggression. He wasn't taking a lot. Canelo didn't land a lot of hits on him.
The only thing that could save Canelo Alvarez's career right now is David Benavidez.
And they scared of that because that's gonna be a knockout. And Canelo, he got rocked by Bud, but Benavidez gonna take him out.
Canelo need to go into deep training. He need to get Eddie Reynoso fat, know nothing ass out his camp. He need to get him he need to get him a black old trainer who done fought before, who knows something.
He's not gonna get along with a black old trainer, but he needs one.
That's his fucking problem. He better get along. That's the only way he gonna beat David Benavidez.
I don't think, and he's so afraid of that. I think what he's gonna try to do, he's gonna ease over. He's gonna try and ease back over to Bivol or somebody. I don't think he's not gonna take Baturk.
Don't nobody want to see that shit. Don't nobody care nothing about no goddamn Bivol. Bivol whooped his ass. He been head out. He don't want no parts of Bivol because he know Bivol can box.
And Benavidez said he whooped him in spine. He whooped Bivol. So
he got to fight. Like I said, he got to go and get a trainer, a black trainer, and get him another good assistant trainer that done been in the ring before, who done actually been out there, and train hard as hell and fight David Benavidez and beat him. If he beat David Benavidez, that saves his whole legacy. He has to fight David Benavidez and beat David. Other than that, His all that the best Mexican boxer ever, shit is dead. You
What
just
about
he just let
he got?
a guy from 2 weight classes smaller than him come up and beat him.
Yeah, Buzz really
He
was.
could never sit up and say he's the best Mexican boxer ever. Ever.
What do you think about David Morrell?
Fuck David
Not Benavidez,
Morrell.
but David Morrell. He can fight him, or he can fight
Trash.
better be Baturbi.
Trash.
Baturbi, you don't think Baturbi can handle that?
Can handle who? David Morrell?
He can handle, yeah.
He'll beat David Morrell ass.
And he'll probably beat Baturbi. You think he'll beat the Russian guy, Baturbi?
Who?
Esbet, Canelo.
Hold on. You confuse me. You asking
Baturbi, you know Baturbi the one that Bivol fought.
No, who you saying could Canelo? Who the last fighter you said before that?
I said David Morrell or Baturbi. He got two other options, those two. He can fight Baturbi, the one that Bivol just fought, and they had a 2-fight series. Or he can fight David Morrell.
Don't nobody give a ain't nobody gonna give a fuck else about who Canelo fight. Ain't no Better Beef, ain't no Bivol, nothing. The only fight that will save Canelo Alvarez's career is if he jumps in the ring and beats David Benavidez. He has to. Ain't no Bivols. Fuck Bivol. All them they don't matter. The only thing that's going to redeem Canelo Alvarez's name after losing to a Terrence Crawford coming up in weight classes to beat him is him going out there and beating the Mexican so-called monster, David Benavidez. All them other fights don't mean shit.
I'm gonna tell you why I don't really think that he gonna, because when he fought Boo Boo Andrade, I thought that Baby Andrade was gonna basically slice right through Benavidez. Mm-hmm. And man, hell no. But I think that's due to inactivity. You know what I'm saying? That's due to inactivity.
It could have been from inactivity, you know what I'm saying, and other things, but you know he lost. David just a force to reckon with. That's why it would be so good for Canelo to go out there and win. Fuck just fighting him and losing. He got to beat David. If he go out there and beat David right now, fuck a rehydration clause, fuck all that he too big bullshit he was saying, and he get out there and beat David.
David Benavidez right now he's got the nameplate, but he has to face Beterbiev, and he's someone he already beat Bivol Spine, but that ain't, you know what I'm saying?
That ain't.
I think if he because Canelo already beat Plant. He planted ass, man. He planted his ass. Okay. I mean, he had that guy running around the ring. Canelo still ain't no joke.
I do think that he'll beat Beterbiev. No, I think he'll beat Bivol.
Bivol and most. I mean, what do you think will happen if he got in there with Beterbiev? The guy from Beterbiev. You know what I'm talking about? The one that Bivol fought. You think Canelo survived?
Hold on. You talking about Canelo again?
Yeah, but if he fought Beterbiev, you think he'll make it?
Beterbiev beat his ass.
I think so too. That's what I'm trying to get, just to the honesty, man. I don't think, because people, you know, niggas gonna put their money up on that. I don't think they should put the money up on that. But him against Beterbiev or Dave Morrell or Bivol again. It's just he gonna have to retire. He ain't gonna get that Bud Crawford part 2.
What you feel about Deontay Wilder coming back? And you know, Deontay Wilder has the opportunity.
Yeah.
Deontay Wilder has the opportunity to face Usyk for the titles.
He gonna have to be on that punch, but the problem with him is what you said about Gary Russell. He gets one dimensional. Deontay not a fight. He's not a boxer. He's a fighter.
Yeah.
He's a street scrapper. He can fight. He Alabama style fighter, man. So, I mean, and this is no diss, because I know some of them can fight. I know you from the LF.
Yeah.
The AL. Okay. And I know that he's a scrapper, because I even got cousins from down there, and they scrap. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Detroit. We do it all, but it's like they really are better to fight and scrap. They can scrap better, okay? And Deontay can scrap. But him going in there with somebody like Usyk or even Andy Ruiz is going to expose him. I think Andy Ruiz.
I say he got 4 rounds. If Wilder can't knock out Usyk with a punch in 4 rounds, it's his ass.
Man, Joseph Parker spanked his ass. And that's another guy. The guy that beat Joseph Parker, Atua.
Yeah.
If he take that guy, that redhead guy, he gonna fuck him up. He gonna spank him.
Where is Zane at?
Yeah, those boys, they box. They going around that whole ring.
I want what that Chinese dude Zane at? That big Chinese dude.
Zane, yeah, he's man. He have.
I want to see him versus Uzi. That's who I want to see. I want to see Zane versus Uzi. I think Zane will beat his ass.
Can I say this too?
He a southpaw too.
Uzi lost that first fight against what's his name?
The boy.
Black guy. Yep, he lost that first one. He was on that ground. When he got dropped, you could count to about 14 seconds, 15. Uzi lost.
He lost.
They get repetition.
It was a KO body shot.
Right, to the gut.
It was a KO body shot, clear. It wasn't no low blow.
He was bitching. He was just going with white privilege. That was a white privilege gift.
Danny the boy is supposed to be the unified champion of the world that night. And they robbed that man.
The boss beat him. But, he submitted. He went right back in there. He didn't complain. He went right back there to Usyk. And they let Usyk gain the win. Second time, who knows what he did?
Usyk know he lost because he was over there telling him, yeah, man, you still young. You can get another chance. And the boy was like, no, fuck that other chance shit. Like,
no, he won.
I won.
He won. Yeah.
He caught him with a body shot that he did not see. He didn't even see it. That's what hurt him so bad about it. And dropped him.
And that the guy that knocked Anthony Joshua out too. He knocked out Anthony Joshua. The boats. Is that the guy that knocked out Anthony Joshua one time?
I would have raised hell about that fight if I was him.
Yeah, because he won.
Every time they ask me a question, every time I'm around a boxing interview, I'm gonna say, y'all know I beat Usyk, bro. Every time I talk, I'm gonna say they robbed me.
Bro, easy. As short as he whooped and Joshua, he knocked him out. He knocked out Usyk. It was literally the same punch. It was a different. It was a hook shot. He gave him a nice hook shot and knocked him out. He knocked out Ant Joshua like that.
Every time I get interviewed, I was like, they robbed me from beating Usyk. I beat him. He didn't see the punch. It wasn't no low blow. Everybody saw that, man. That was horrible. But the money fight, they had to have that money fight.
They played him because
Fury versus.
And depending on where they fight at, you know they was gonna cheat him.
Fury versus Usyk.
Yeah. I think that right now, Deontay Wilder, if he going in with Usyk, he can better sharpen the shit out that right hand. Because that's that hook. He really got that one punch glory. He got one punch glory. But he going to need to sharpen it because Usyk will have to be knocked out. You can't leave nothing to a judge. You can't leave nothing to the judge.
Deontay Wilder got 5 rounds to try to knock out while he got enough energy. Because he don't run or do. You ain't never seen Deontay Wilder running. No motherfucker.
Look, no, I can't believe he lost to that guy Zayn. He was sloppy. He lost to some sloppy dudes. Joseph Parker's a little sloppy, but he can hit. He's a good puncher.
Man, his mind ain't really there. He went in, married their skis. I don't know why they get this money and want to go marry these Instagram models. And she messed his head up.
I think that's what messed up his head too. That Swift or whatever her name is, Kelly Swift.
Yeah, that's who messed his head up. He couldn't focus right.
What do you think will happen to him and that Joshua going there?
Anthony Joshua gonna knock him out.
You think Anthony Joshua gonna take out Dante?
Yeah. He more scared than Deontay Wilder. And put it like this. Everybody know in the sport of boxing, one punch change everything. If Wilder can't get that one punch off in 5-6 rounds, he gonna get outboxed. That's just what it is. Wilder can't box like that.
The only guy he took that was a good fight, he lasted, what's his name, Chisora or whatever his name is. when he took Chisora, whatever his name, he went there 12 rounds. And it was sloppy, man. But he beat Chisora because Chisora, he's not flat footed, but he's slower. But Dante, going in there with Andy Joshua, going in there with Usyk, I don't think he can take Andy Ruiz. I don't.
Andy Ruiz hands too fast. If Andy Ruiz after I keep listen, this the thing with Wilder. Everybody gotta understand. This ain't no hate. He from Alabama. Love you, Wilder. Thank you for the great fight. Wilder cannot box. He has no boxing fundamentals like that. The best thing that Wilder has is a punch. If Wilder can't knock you out, he's not going to win.
And I think that's it. That's gonna be between 6 rounds, 7. I'm not giving him all doubts for every boxer, but against Andy Ruiz, Usyk, and Joshua, I'm sorry. I just don't see Wilder making a comeback. Because
for one, he ain't finna make no comeback because he still got that sorry ass trainer Malik Scott. Why would you hire a guy that you beat before?
Yeah, that's worse than having that chick. Taylor Swift, the one that you played with.
Why would you hire a woman? I mean, why would you hire a trainer that you beat before?
Right, a guy you beat, you want to train you. That's like I whooped your ass, so now you go ahead. Okay, now we can run through the ropes. Are you kidding?
Wilder better not fight. He better not fight no 10 more years.
No, he said he. I don't see Wilder less than 2 more years, man. Who we gonna fight? If he with that guy Tua, the one that knocked out Joseph Parker, he's done. And what's the kid name that beat what's his name? Dylan White. That's the same kid, isn't it? He had Dylan White. Dylan White's a bad boxer. He a bad little black British boxer.
Yeah, Dylan White also he a kickboxing champion too. Now I think Dylan White kickboxing champion too, just like Jarrell Miller.
Yeah, hey, did they fight Dylan White and Wilder before?
No, hell no.
And Jarrell Miller didn't fight.
Wilder wouldn't fight. Why Wilder be talking about all these fights and stuff? He told Julian White if he beats Luis Ortiz, he'll fight him.
Right. Luis
Ortiz. He told Dillian White that. He didn't want to fight Dillian White.
Man, Andy Ruiz beat him, and so did who else beat Ortiz?
And Dillian White used to call them crackheads, everything.
I don't think Dante's going to be able to hang in there more than 2 more years. I will give him 2 years, and that's because he's stretching. He only fight once a year. But he's a broken man. He's too emotional, too. That nigga done cried on TV. That brother done literally shitted his pants on TV. I mean, he done did something. Dante done cried. I mean, he's too emotional, man. I'm not saying he don't have a spine in his back. Okay? But, I mean, he's got some estrogen issues.
Man, that's when he let that thought fuck his head up, man. That's why he was crying like that. Getting emotional, you know what I'm saying?
He gonna be something like Steph Curry, right? He gonna be with what's his name?
Us fighters, we go out there and we risk our lives in the ring and but then
he gonna wind up.
But then when
you gonna realize Tekashi 6ix9ine to have this wife.
When you lost to Tyson Fury, you was out there talking shit about regular working 9-to-5 people, talking about some we broken shit.
Hey, did you ever look at his gloves, Tyson Fury, when he beat him that second and third? His gloves are bent the hell up. Those gloves are tampered, dog. He was hitting that guy with the palm of his hand. I bullshit you not.
I saw the fight. I made videos about it, but what about the rest of them ass whippers?
Yup. That 3. Hey, that 3 right there.
Hey,
that 2 and 3.
I don't give a damn. It ain't about what you say. It's about what you can prove.
It's those gloves, man. If you go back, I think who else showed? Was it Box Nico? I think
Wilder said he got hit in the head with egg weights. He said he got hit in the head with egg weights. He said it was a lady in a red dress. The second fight he was poisoned. Where the proof?
And he fight. Then he accused his own man, Mark Breeden. Mark Breeden was a badass boxer. That's another guy, Roy Jones ducked. He didn't even fight him.
Where the
So when you
proof
talk
at?
about Floyd, Roy Jones didn't take him. Roy Jones did not take
Hold on,
Mark
hold on,
Breeden.
hold on. Where is the proof at? Just like with Floyd Schofield going around talking about Shakur Stevenson and them poisoning him. We ain't seen no piece of paper, no proof showing that what he was poisoned with. Nobody went to jail. They ain't saying nothing what type of stuff went in his body. We just seen pictures of Floyd Schofield laying in a damn bed.
Right.
And his dad is destroying his career.
Something is going on because you know what? When you look at Errol Spence when he went there with Bub, Errol looked poison.
Hell no, y'all got to come on with all this bullshit, man. Come on, man.
I'm not saying that Bub couldn't whoop him.
Come
I'm
on,
saying
man.
that Errol.
When Errol was out there dominating and whooping ass, come on, man.
But he was.
The Errol Spence stuff. Come on, man.
His eyes were barely open. And remember when the time when what's his name? Bernard B. Hop touched Tank back. He was like, "Don't touch me, man. He don't want to. You don't want you putting nothing on my back."
Bro, y'all got.
You don't think they poison?
Hell no.
They saying B. Hop might have tried to poison.
Man, Errol went out there and fought somebody that one flat-footed and one-dimensional, and he got his ass beat. That's all it was.
Oh, we know that. But I'm saying they said he was poisoned before he went out there.
He wasn't no fucking poison.
You don't think that's part of a ritual or none of that?
So he was poisoned and went out there and fought for 36 minutes, went home, didn't fall out. Nothing said about it.
I don't know if it's a ritual, it's probably rehearsed, but I think both would have whooped him anyway.
They got to cut
that.
He just lost. That's all it was. He just got
bad. If we come back, I hope we don't take Fundora. But then I don't think I want to see Bud take him. Fundora messed that guy up, man. That praying mantis height, 6'6". That's where you say you 6 foot, right?
Yeah.
All right, the reach advantage is there. I'm about where Bud is. I'm 5'8". I mean, if you can get inside, that's great. And as far as boxing, because I think with boxers, you work with all kinds of boxing. But in his case, the guy Fundora, he's gonna get them niggas work.
Are you talking about Errol versus Fundora?
Yeah, he tried.
Man, Errol Spence gonna get his ass whooped.
Man, Errol 5'10".
Errol 5'10" and one dimensional. All that scar tissue that Bud put on his face, Fundora gonna open Errol Spence's face back up with all that blood. He gonna beat the hell out of Errol Spence.
That's what I mean. He already got an eye. He says, you know, people keep on tripping and shit. They blame Floyd because he moved around in the ring and ricochet. I'm saying to myself, you can keep talking about, well, Sugar Ray was a mauler. He's going in. Roy Jones is so convinced Sugar Ray would have beat Floyd, but here's the thing. What did Cotto show you when Floyd fought Cotto? Floyd know how to get behind the glove. He know how to move. You're a mauler, but you're not going to be able to catch him. Your hands, he got good hands. He got good feet. But you're going to have to be able to ricochet up that ring with him.
A prime Sugar Ray Leonard. I think Sugar Ray Leonard would have beat Floyd.
I think here's what happened. You remember when he took Cotto and he started hitting behind the glove? And he started yanking Cotto head. He started slapping Cotto in the head.
Cotto was old as hell. Like he ain't fight Cotto in his prime.
Sugar Ray had a problem with that retina, and Floyd would have taken advantage of that.
We talking no. If you gonna talk about a fantasy fight, you can't put no injuries. We just talking about in their prime, good shape, at the top of their careers when they was bad. Sugar Ray would beat the fuck out of Floyd Mayweather.
I think
think about this.
Probably won't be a knockout.
Think about this. Tommy Hearns had a longer reach than Floyd Mayweather, had more power than Floyd Mayweather, had the height advantage over Sugar Ray and everything. And Sugar Ray went out there and thrashed his ass. He would beat Sugar Ray Leonard would beat Floyd Mayweather ass.
Mm.
Sugar Ray ain't finna sit out there and just get our box. Sugar Ray gonna attack. Sugar Ray gonna
Yeah,
come. He'll beat the
yeah.
shit out of Floyd.
As long as he ain't get that retina close, his eye closed, I think Sugar Ray would have beat anybody. Because he had that, you know what I'm saying, he had that problem with his retina, but he could do it. Nah, as far as like, let's go back to Errol a minute. Just like that. Errol would be taking a guy even taller than Thomas Hearns. He'd be taking a guy like Fundora. Errol could take risks, but if he can't land them arms the way he used to, heavy handed, you know, eye collecting and all that, he calls himself an eye collector. Shit, what is he gonna do? A guy
Errol,
that tall?
Errol can't fight on the inside.
Right. No, he's
Fundora,
not.
Fundora arms longer than man. Fundora will beat Errol Spence's ass, man.
I think so because Errol can only, he didn't have the best defense. He did have some defense against that guy.
Errol ain't got
Ugas.
no head movement. He can't fight going backwards. He can't fight on the inside. He throw the same punches back to back. No footwork. No head movement. Jab, jab, body, body. Jab, jab, body, body. That's all he do.
I think he was just going to he was going to just cash in with Fundora because Fundora was making a name for himself. Hey, how do you think Claressa and his sister would go? They should beat it. Huh?
Whose sister?
Fundora. They said sister undefeated.
That's two different sizes, bro.
Yeah.
That's too big, too small.
I think that's too much for even Alicia Baumgartner. That woman about 5'10", close to 6 feet.
I know
spanking.
Alicia Baumgartner better not fight that Du Bois girl.
Hell no, she better quit trying to fight Claressa too.
She gonna get her ass whooped. She gonna cheat again. She gonna be on steroids again.
She almost that woman she fought, that woman with that little blonde hair girl she fought, that woman was tough enough. But Claressa, what if you right about Claressa? Just like
ain't no what if I know I'm right. I just say allegedly so I don't get sued.
Yeah, but you know what? Yeah, because you know, at least she ain't number 5'4", 5'3" or 4", man. She going in there with a woman 5'10", and this woman already mauled big money. The only one I think that would have probably been able to handle her is not Layla Ali, but Ann Wolf. That's the only person I think would have probably been able to handle somebody like Claressa. Because anybody else, like Layla Ali, hell no.
Let me tell y'all, man, Claressa is just at a time when it's some trash ass female boxers, just like it was back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
This is female boxing.
They're not seasoned like they probably would be if she was really, you know, enduring competition. Like, you don't have too many female boxers that can do it. But I'm gonna tell you right now,
how many female black fighters you see?
Her, Alicia, and Franchon Stinger. What's her name? Franchon Cruz.
No, I'm just talking about throughout time, even when Layla Ali then was there. And even when Layla Ali and Ann Wolf was there, black fighters duck other black fighters.
Yeah, you can nitpick them. You can damn near nitpick them.
That's why they didn't fight. So really, that means what? There's really no competition out there for black female fighters if they're not fighting other black female fighters.
And giving them that work.
So basically, what Claressa Shields, just like Layla Ali was, they all motherfucking cap. Because they know it ain't no real female fighters out there who can really beat them. Because ain't enough of them out there black or Puerto Rican who got athleticism and can move like them.
I mean, if they're crossed over in the UFC or something, you would see different types. Like, you would have had a Ronda Rousey moments where she just completely, she got obliterated by chicks.
If it was another fighter right now, another female black fighter who could move and can box just like Claressa Shields and probably had some decent power,
that chick Claressa
Shields would not fight her.
Yeah.
Cause she wouldn't fight her. Look what she doing. Look what she did with the Shadeja Green situation.
Yeah.
She ducked the fuck out of Deja Green, sent her up against Dezern. She lost to Dezern, and now she fighting Dezern. She would not fight another black, and I think she could beat Green, but Green just stand too much of a chance of beating her. That's why she didn't fight her.
Yeah, she got some nice little arms on her, bro. She got some swollen ass arms compared to Claressa.
Fuck
That
them
chick got.
swollen arms. Your arms and muscles don't mean shit. You gotta land the punch.
But she can hit. She hit. You know, we see it.
Yeah, you know
But
what I'm
her,
saying? She got the
you
land.
think that's why Claressa ain't taking her?
You can have 118 missiles. If you can't hit the goddamn target, then you just wasted 118 fucking missiles. It don't matter how big you is or how powerful. That they've been saying that in box for years. Oh, I got this power. They used to tell Florida this shit. Florida just be sitting there looking at their ass like, if that's all you got, then I'm finna.
I mean, there's always people they all could have took. Like Floyd could have fought Winky right if they would have won. Paul Wings, I don't know. But there's a few fighters. All of them could have fought like Claressa. Right now, there's people she probably ducking we don't know about.
Floyd would have never. This Winky Wright talk that everybody talking about.
Right.
Floyd didn't want no problem with no Winky Wright.
Hell no. That guy heavy ass hitting Florida, brother. He can hit hard.
I don't give a fuck what lie you ever hear coming until they talk. Till we ever see a video of Winky Wright talking about it. I bet he say Floyd bagged out. Winky Wright would have beat Floyd ass.
Yeah, he was too thick. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you a couple of fights Floyd should have had and didn't. What about Tim Bradley? I think he should have took Tim Bradley.
He should have fought him. While Floyd didn't fight Vernon Forrest.
Vernon Forrest, yep. He could have took him. Tell you the truth, he could have finished off Macho Camacho after Sugar Ray lost.
Floyd. Hold on. What happened, son?
Yeah. He could have took a couple of guys. He could have took that guy, Vernon, like you say, Vernon Forrest. Why they didn't go in there?
Yeah, Floyd don't fight nobody who got a longer jab than him.
That's what it is, because...
That's why he didn't fight Amir Khan. He came out on social media when he was finna fight Marcos Maidana and asked the public, who do y'all want me to fight? Marcos Maidana or Amir Khan? Everybody picked Amir Khan. He picked Marcos Maidana.
He said, who y'all want me to fight? I'm just going along with y'all, the public. He didn't shit but fight Marcos. He fought Marcos. And that's because he wanted to get that 6-deal contract over. So he just let him, he carried him the first fight. Next fight, he go ahead and finish him up.
In that situation, people love talking about money. Floyd Mayweather going overseas fighting Amir Khan would have made him way more money than fighting Marcos Maidana.
Yeah, he got a whole country behind him, Amir.
He would have got paid fighting Amir Khan.
Yup. Everybody in Bolton, England. He had Bolton. He had all of England. Just like Kell Brook. He didn't fight Kell Brook. I ain't think
he didn't fight. He ran from. What's his name? Keith Thurman.
Yeah, Keith Thurman, and the guy who lost to Pacquiao. Well, now he's seated. You know what I'm saying? That might have been a fight he could have won because he got over Pacquiao. But Floyd could have won that on ring generalship, but he would have had to take some hard hits, some hard jabs. He didn't want that. His defense is hope.
Keith Thurman came to fight Floyd. Floyd said, if you fight Errol Spence, this is when Errol Spence's name got big. If you fight Errol Spence, then I'll give you a title shot.
Right. Remember when he fought Lamont Peterson, and he was thinking about taking Keith Thurman in. And then he said, no, you and Earl got to work y'all thing out. Because back then, it looked like Keith Thurman was kind of scared of Errol.
No, Keith Thurman wasn't no scared of no damn Errol. Keith Thurman first of all, Errol Spence didn't deserve to even be mentioned with no motherfucking Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman was the face of the PBC. Keith Thurman was the Keith Thurman was the motherfucking man. He was coming up in the sport of boxing. He made boxing live, Keith Thurman, at that time. He was a mandatory for Floyd for the WBA title. Floyd would not fight him, and he was the mandatory for about 2 years. Then that's when they pushed Floyd up and made him the WBA super champion to duck
Yeah.
Keith Thurman.
I understand one reason why Floyd didn't fight somebody thicker, and he knew it was going to be a risk, but so he can get that Canelo fight eventually after Pacquiao. He was going to get that Canelo fight. That money right there was going to probably be big as hell. Because I can't see Keith Thurman beating Canelo.
The only reason Floyd Mayweather fought Manny Pacquiao is because Showtime needed their goddamn money.
Yeah, let's move. What's his name? Let's move this. Yeah.
Floyd would have
and
never.
he was ducking him. That was 7 years.
Floyd would have never fought Manny Pacquiao, y'all. I'm telling y'all.
He wasn't going.
And I ain't saying because he knew he would lose. He just didn't want to fight him.
He didn't want to look bad. He don't want to get embarrassed. You know, he was worried about that, especially after what Manny did to like that guy, that Margashito and all that.
Now, I don't think with that. I think he was more pissed off the fact of what they had to go through to make the fight. Floyd was getting called chickens and this and that. You know what I'm saying? I always felt that Floyd could beat him, but I think Floyd was just pissed off from that situation of it.
It was, yeah. It was like, I figured he thought he was going to get somewhat embarrassed, even if he don't lose. Because remember, Manny beat Oscar better than Floyd. Even though he was old, that was years later.
That don't mean shit.
He did it better. He spanked Oscar. Well, Oscar he was pretty much aged and shit anyway. But, I mean, sometimes when you look at these fighters, you can say, who is it that, like right now, Bud Crawford, who is it that Floyd beat that Bud can't? He beat Canelo. He can probably beat Cotto. And everybody, you know what I'm saying? I mean
if you
Floyd,
could look at it like that and say who could beat whose resume, but we can't never say because we just can't go on that night. That certain style may be too much.
That style, it's a certain style, right?
I mean, if you want to look at it like that, we gotta remember Errol Spence was beating Floyd ass in sparring. Remember?
Yeah, Errol Spence was whooping him shit, but he got in there. I don't think Errol Spence will beat Canelo. I'm sorry, he's super aggressive.
You're missing the point I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
If he was in there, when people talk about the fantasy fight of Terrence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather, Errol Spence was younger than what he was, giving Floyd good work, blacking his motherfucking eyes.
He was about 27 or 28.
No, he wasn't that old then, because Errol Spence ain't number like 39.
Yeah.
He was whooping. He was giving Floyd hell, blacking his eyes and shit. Terrence beat the shit out of Errol Spence. So we can say that Terrence will beat Floyd's ass, right?
Okay, but do you think can somebody like Errol Spence beat Canelo? Because he once wanted that fight.
No.
I don't think so either.
Errol don't got no foot movement and IQ.
He's super aggressive. He got like some good assault offense, but that defense will get tested, man. He won't be.
Errol simply gonna lose because he has no footwork, no head movement. He gonna stand there and fight Canelo, and Canelo gonna knock his ass out. He stands no chance against Canelo Alvarez.
He's gonna toe to toe with. What's his name? Lamont Peterson, the one that he took. Lamont was one of the toughest fights I seen Errol in. Besides, like when he took Danny Garcia gave him some work, but not a lot. He beat Danny.
Because Danny Garcia was flat-footed.
Sean Porter. What's up? Yeah, I'm on that. What's up? No, I'm on the phone. What's up, man? Yeah. We talking boxing, man. Go put some money on that.
Hell no, because it's all staged anyway. Everything's staged anymore.
You hear that, East? He says it's all staged.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah, Expedition. That's what it was, him and Jake Paul. Hey,
WWE all over.
I'm finna go ahead on and get off.
Hey, it's great talk. But you know what, we gotta do it again. And
yes, sir.
We gotta. Hey, next time we do, I'm gonna be more ready. I'll be able to take time off of work Be home from work. I'm grading some test papers. I'm out here instructing. But
All
it's great talking to you. And next time we'll be able to depict, we'll be able to go through some old resumes, like some old boxing. We'll be able to match up like this again.
right.
Maybe have some pictures.
All right. Well, you have a good one, man. I appreciate you.
Hey, you too. Hey, man, you too. And next time maybe we'll add a few extra callers, or you know what I'm saying. I can call you back. We can add some photos or whatever else. It's great talking to you, man.
I appreciate you, bro. Have a good night.
All right, you too. Have a great night.